Hall of Fame. Big boxeo.
Y'all must have forgot.
Y'all must have forgot.
In the booties. Attention.
Yeah.
Friends came in at 1.
This is a mega
Weekly wrap up.
Just paydays.
Judge on the panel.
Very competitive.
Jan.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yeah, shot.
One, fight.
Yo, hey your girl, it's Leah Deshambre, nonetheless, and welcome to Come Box with Shan. We in the booties in. Let's go. Let's go. I know, you're like, why aren't you on the camera? You know what? It's too fucking hot. Right now, I don't fancy being around lights. I know it's being around lights, mosquitoes. I have to be spraying the spray. And guess what? But guess what? We're in the booties in still.
What you talking about, mister? What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Manny? What you talking about, Dad? What you talking about, Willis?
The Buddhism. So, we're here just to chop it up real quick about what's going on. What's going on? I'm a getting come, you know what we soon done. Yep, we're here to chop it up about what's been happening in the last 7 days in this crazy sport of boxing. Craziness. Oh God! Sometimes when I do it like this, and I do miss my soundboard. I'm like, "What's my soundboard?" Anyway, so without further ado, me. Let me know. Does my mic sound nice? Chickadee check 1, check 2. Does my mic sound nice? Hey, 86 boxing. What up, Joe? Actually, I just have to. I'll put it in the chat. People can join if y'all want to. You know, come in and just come and chop it up with the I. Please. I know this phone shit. Just make sure that my mic does sound nice. Chickadee check 1, 2, 2, 2. Anyway, I'm introducing, do 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 do, introducing, do 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 do, introducing, introducing, introducing. Nah, it's AJ all day. It's Alex. Ding 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 ding. Hang on, I ain't got the things in it. What up, Joe? Let's just give you a round of applause. Hey, hey, AJ all day. What up,
What's going
Joe?
on? What's cracking?
Tell me what's crack-a-lacking. Everything and nothing.
Everything and nothing.
Everything and nothing. It's up and it's stuck. I've had such a busy day today as well. The day has been busy. I gave you the behind the scenes. Oh, I don't even know if you tapped in about the behind the scenes of what's been going on my day today. Oh, it's crazy. What a
Yeah.
day. Oh
No,
yeah,
I
yeah,
haven't.
yeah. You, I think you've been asleep. Catching up on some Zeds. But yeah, when you go off, go check it out in the group, in the WhatsApp, and then you'll see what
Thank you
Shan's
for
been
calling.
up to. Yeah, what Shan's been up to. Oh my God, it hasn't stopped from the morning till literally maybe probably about 40 minutes before the show. If this
One of those
like,
days, huh?
yeah, just one of them days that a girl go. What up, Joe Benitez Gomez? Hey, Queen. Who's nervous again? Not Canelo fans. I would beg to differ. I would beg to differ.
Yes, some are for sure.
Yeah, some are for sure. Like, yeah. So, we are. Hey, Sister Bales. Feeling great, Speedy. I love you, sis. In the building. Sis is always in the building, and I appreciate you. We got the return of Deontay
Lastly,
Wilder.
Ray, Wilder coming back, our American heavyweight coming back on the 15th. Is it hard to come back from a KO loss and still be
No, what is
yourself?
hard to come back is you gotta learn how to fucking box before you come back.
Thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Ray. That always gets us.
Oh,
I haven't played that in a while because we haven't had to because there's no fucking John A. Wilder.
he's
Anyway,
still saying that Tyson Fury cheated.
I know. I did a report on
Like,
it. You got to
like this.
catch up. Go watch my report on it.
Oh, okay, I will. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's
It's
still
like,
saying the shit. How dare he?
bro,
This
it's like,
guy's.
this. Oh my god, man, just give it a rest already.
I don't know. He's the gift that keeps giving. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with John A. Wilder, mate. John A. Wilder's fucking crazy. He is fucking crazy. I tell you that. Fucking crazy. But hey, yeah, thanks, Lisa. Tell him to join my Discord. It's free. We over there. Sometimes we be chopping it up. Just post in or you can do like some of the live rooms and stuff, the stages and da 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 da. So come through like the motherfucking woo. That's the link in the chat for the Discord for the Channaholics. So, AJ, what's first on the agenda? I just have to make them know we're at the weekly wrap up. Shiggity shiggity word, shiggity shiggity. In the Buddhism. That's right. That's where we at. That's where we at, Jack. What's first on the agenda?
A
Because
brief recap
we
of the fights over the weekend.
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, man. It's my night.
Yeah,
Had a
let's just
couple.
go.
Round one, fight.
Doing that crackling sound. I can hear it. It seems like every time I use the thingamajigs, let me hear what it sounds. Let me hear. You talk. What's on the agenda? Let me just hear what it sounds like on the Marvel again thing.
Yeah, we had a couple of cards over the weekend. I think a top rank card and the matchroom card. I missed the top rank card, didn't see that one. But I caught highlights of the matchroom card. How do I sound? Am I good? I'm okay.
It's me. I need to hear on what the
Oh,
WhatsApp
yeah,
on the
you're
Shoes
crackling right
review.
there. You sounded
Yeah,
fine before.
it does it
You
every
sound fine
time.
now.
The
You
phone.
sound fine now.
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as look, now it's gone to crackling. As soon as I use the thingamajig, I'll have to go and swap over and just go into my office. I do it in my office. I do it in my office. Give me un momento, por favor.
Yep. Take your time.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
Yeah, let me go in the office. Fuck it and do it. Because every time you play a little soundbite, it starts crackling, and it did that the last show. See, I told you about it on the phone. They've changed something, and it's swag. Let me go. At least I'll be able to use my soundboard. Let me go over there. So give people the run dizzy down.
Okay. Let's see. We had a matchroom card over the weekend, headlined by Galalia 5 versus Francisco Rodriguez. for the WBC interim title held by Yafai. Then we had Jahi Tucker versus Lorenzo Simpson. I think Vitel Malnicki Jr. fought in the co-main. Didn't see that card, but I caught highlights of the matchroom card. Seems that Galal Yafai bit off more than he could chew. Man, Rodriguez was absolutely way too much for him. Just like nonstop, threw punches like a freight train. It was crazy. I mean, I only caught the highlights, but I pretty much saw what I needed to see. If I got beat like a drum, like badly, whew. But yeah, he just could not slow the fight down to his pace. He tried to box. Francisco Rodriguez, he came to fight. That's all there was to it. So looks like he takes his first L. Hopefully he could bounce back, but who knows? It's not really unlikely or likely, I should say. But not really familiar with all the other fights on the undercard, but have to go back and rewatch those. Think there was a highlight reel KO or a stoppage on one of them. Can't remember what it was, but yeah, for the most part. But Francisco Rodriguez moves on. He wins the interim title, and I think he's mandatory for Kishiro Taraji now. So, and I think he called him out after the fight too. So honestly, that looks good. I don't mind that fight at all. That'd be a good one. So hopefully he gets it sometime in the near future. But where Galal Yafai goes from here, not too sure. Like I said, he could bounce back, but don't know. He might have to take a easy one for his next fight because this was a tough fight. This was a really tough fight for him. Almost got stopped quite a few times. Yep, shout out to the comment section and the chat. Lisa, what's going on? Mr. Benito Gonzalez. Trouble Not. Yo. I agree. I really just don't see anything that jumps out about me about Malnicki. I absolutely agree. Not really sure why Top Rank signed him, but I don't know. I guess it's something. So we'll see. Did he even win his fight? Stand by. Let me check. And yes, he did. Oh no, Chan dropped off. So hopefully she'll be back soon. Stand by. Yep, Benito just saw he did. He won. By the way, anybody who's on the in the comments, feel free to jump on. We'd love for anybody to join. Get it popping. Chan, where you go? What happened? But yes, and I think that's pretty much it on the card over the weekend. Not much else. Pretty quiet. But yes, the main topic of discussion is the Canelo Crawford fight. Fanboys a little nervous. Maybe not all, but definitely some, if not most. Had seen a lot of chatter on social media.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
That's right. The bitch is back into Buddhism. Ding, 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 ding. What up, though? Kaboom. Okay. God, it's hot as fuck. Yeah, no, I knew it'd be hot in my office. My fan's broken, so I ordered a couple new ones. They're not here yet. Damn, it's hot. Okie doke. Sorry about that. Why is everything black on the screen?
I don't know.
Hold up.
That's weird.
Here, yeah, no. Let me see what's up with that. What's that? What's that about? That's weird.
Shout out to Benito Gonzalez in the chat. He just made a good point.
I'm gonna get to there. Sorry, technicalities. Where's my
It was the backboard. What happened?
Where did it go? All of my people were Liddy again. Liddy again. Yo, we're Liddy again.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
We're
Back. We're back in the Buddhism. Okie dokes. Okay. We here. Now we can get on with the show. I'm at the helm. This. Listen, StreamYard, you guys need to fix up your iOS shit. It is not good. Let me turn down my mic because I know I'm feeding back. All right, so let me see, because they've changed even the format on here actually on the actual layout. God damn. Okie dokes. We've got Juggernaut. Lisa Bales. What up, sis? Thank you for coming through. Benitez. Yeah, that's right. Okie dokes. 86 boxing. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. All right. So, where are we going now? What was we starting with? Sorry, I had to wiggle things around. That's why it took a little bit long. So, what are we starting with, AJ?
I was just
boxing, because I heard you give it a slight little rundown, but let's get into it.
I just a brief recap. There was a top rank card and a matchroom card.
Yeah.
Galalia 5 versus Francisco Rodriguez.
Yeah.
He got his ass. He got his ass beat.
AJ, Eddie, I don't know. Stop bringing in the Mexican. Next is Joe Cordina. Remember, I told you.
Who's he fighting?
He's got. He's fighting this Mexican lad that's only got, I think, one loss.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, Galalia 5 got his ass beat, man.
Your fight literally defied the game plan part, because he started to fight in the let me put the banner up, in the pocket with bang for bang with Rodriguez, and I don't understand why he did that.
I mean, well, like the thing is, Rodriguez, that was a fight. He fought the fight. I fought the fight. I fought him. I worked him. I overwhelmed him. Just, I mean, and that was just a horrible style matchup. Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Absolutely. They both got cut. That guy, did you hear his voice at the end? His voice sounded like a Munchkins.
Oh no, I didn't.
If you hear his voice does not match his fight style. It sounds like, we represent for the lollipop kill, the lollipop kill. I swear it sounds exactly like that. I was like, what? Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but he just but the fight got it. Yeah, he got his ass beat.
Your fight still hasn't he still hasn't resurfaced to, talk about what's happened. I think that fight took so many years off of him, AJ.
It really did.
And I didn't realise that Yafai, I thought Yafai was late 20s. Man, he's early 30s. He's early 30s, AJ.
Sorry, Chan, I got cleaners in my house. If you hear some background noise, I apologize for vacuuming.
What I'm saying, he's early 30s.
But he's 32. He's 32 years old.
Yeah, 32.
I mean, I understand that gold medalists you want to rush them, but maybe it's best that you shouldn't do that in the pros. You should take your time.
What do you mean? I mean, but you can't take your time at that weight. What is he? Super Baton? What was he?
Super flyweight, I think,
even
around there.
small. Oh yeah, he flies even smaller. So what is he? So what is he, like a 112?
Something like that. If not
112,
115.
115,
something around there.
115,
around
I
there.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, around there. At 32, that's old for that.
Yeah, it is.
You're already old.
I consider moving up. I'll probably move up.
Yeah, there's no point of staying. You know, you got your ass beat. He does carry some good pop, Yafai. But listen, Linda, I don't understand what the game plan was, and everybody's calling out for Rob McCracken to leave the building. Because he's Rob McCracken's protege.
Yeah, but that's a gear probably took a lot off of his career. He's going to need some really tight. I wouldn't throw going to the deep end with another fight. He's going to need some time. Because not only that, it's like Chan. He almost got stopped several times.
Yeah, he got hot though, hasn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did his best. He hung in there, but still, not for lack of trying though. But still,
that was.
He just got
Your wife and son,
They are lost to me now.
the same pain sears both our hearts.
Brutality. Flawless victory.
Shouts out to Rodriguez, man, because he didn't come to play. He didn't come to. What do I
he
keep saying?
didn't come to lay down. He came to win. He didn't come to lay down. Oh.
What do I keep saying? Why isn't like British fighters either flying in Mexicans or not going to do their training camp in Mexico? Why are they not doing that?
I don't know. This is the strangest thing. It's like this curse just cannot be lifted. It would seem. Mexicans just go to the UK and just beat the shit out of the British fighters.
Yeah, that's
all the time.
That's all happening. Oh, I mean, whoever wants it more, man, is the winner. Like, your fight this cat's gonna just now. Hey, why did I have the cat in here at the same time? Stay there. Go. Stay there 1 second. Let me just get this cat out.
Yep, but this is why I'm so intrigued to see the fight between Shakur and Zepeda, because I'm really curious to see how Shakur is going to deal with Zepeda and his activity. Plus, now especially that the apparently the ring is going to be smaller, so that's going to be interesting. Stand by. Chan will return.
Sorry, I had to make.
Right.
I opened the door and he didn't want to go out, so I had to pick up his ball, throw his ball out to make him to go out, and then shut the door. God, this cat. Yeah. I mean, just move up your thigh. You're gonna have to go right back into the deep. Who would he?
Hard to say. Because he was already in position for a title shot because he lost his interim title.
It was an interim, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, he lost that belt. So he was so Kenshiro Taraji, who's honestly he's a tough ass. He's kind of like on the cusp of an Inoue or Nakatani, really tough, really probably the best champion up there right now.
Right. Don't worry, guys. We will be getting to the Canelo stuff. I know, you're like, look, people like Crawford fans. Yeah, no, Canelo fans are. I'm seeing nerve-wracking.
I mean,
vibes.
but yeah, you'll get into that.
Wizard sleeve, independent. Wizard sleeve is undefeated in these streets. Go ahead, AJ.
I mean, as far as where Goliath fight goes from here, not too sure. But honestly, this is If I was Eddie, I'd sign this Rodriguez kid if I could.
Yeah, I think that was asked of him, and I think that might be something that. No, I think Eddie said he's actually with a different promotion or something. I want to say that's what Eddie said.
Oh shit!
But I mean, the promotion that you're with, mate, is not gonna do a better job than Matchroom. You should sign him off.
Yeah, co-promote them every year. So
Yeah, just because I'm sure you're gonna make way more money under Eddie Hearn, because we didn't hear of you before this fight, hermano.
oh shit,
So
he was a oh damn, he was a former unified champion.
who Rodriguez?
Yeah.
Jeez, see.
Please get the fuck out of here, man. It's my night.
This is a while back though. This is like back in 2014 though. So this is a while like that. This guy's boxing a long time. Yeah. He's still kind of still quite young too. I think he's like what 31.
How old is he? 31. Yeah. How many losses does he have?
6, all by decision. He was never stopped.
He's never stopped. Yeah, and you could see.
Oh no, wait, no, he was stopped once. He got stopped once.
Oh, who stopped him?
Let's see.
He tough, but I mean.
There's no shame in that. Roman Gonzalez, Chocolatito.
Oh, Choc.
Yeah.
Jesus, Choc's in the booties. It's a chocolate booties.
Oh yeah, no shame in that. No shame in that at all.
No, for sure. Listen, he's not an elite fighter. I mean, his skill set was pretty. This is why Yafai was picked to beat him. Like you were.
Yeah. They probably saw this as an easy touch.
Yeah, because I mean, the guy's got really looping shots. It was really, really wild. It wasn't anything too.
Oh, guess who else beat him?
Who?
Juto Nakatani decisioned him.
A
couple years, like 3 years ago as well. Yeah.
He went the distance with him. Yeah.
That's what I think Nakatani dropped him like a couple times though in that fight for once.
Couldn't get rid of him though.
Yeah, couldn't get him out of there. But yeah, okay.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. So they should have looked at that and known that the dude was tough though.
Yeah, I mean they need to look at these guys more thoroughly because I didn't make a prediction for this fight. I'm not gonna play money more.
Neither did I.
I mean, because I really didn't care about it too much.
Yeah, I wasn't really. I was like, oh.
Whatever. When I saw this guy and looked at his record, I'm like, you sure you want to take this fight with this guy? You know, I just kind of raised my eyebrow slightly. I mean, this might be a tough ass, and it was.
Yeah, I mean, whoever's like the new, because they've had a new matchmaker over at Matchroom and all of that, and I think that person's dropping the ball. They've either been paid to sabotage Eddie's fights. I'm nearly almost sure that they're.
I mean, one thing you got to admit about Eddie though, he matches his boys tough.
Yeah, but I mean, he loses all his champions.
Is that we'll probably never know. You have to make your own decisions and judgments, which is sometimes dangerous. Was he cheating? Was he unlucky? Either way, his reputation is tarnished forever. Because
that was Eddie talking about Canelo, only to then go and promote Canelo. Either way, he's tarnished. His record's been tarnished, you know. And then now you're his biggest fan, and you're in D&G with him. So Eddie's a trip. Eddie is a fucking trip. Okay. So anyway, Galal, you're fine. We'll move along from you swiftly, Galal. We spent too much time on you.
Yeah, but just one final thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
This just also proved that the F5's inexperience. You know, having so little
pro
fights.
Level.
And because like this Rodriguez has like almost coming on 50 fights.
Really?
You know, your fight just having like what, like
9.
9, yeah, like that's it. So you know.
Yeah.
Payday. You want payday? I know that.
We know it. Oh God. Oh well. Sorry, Yafai. Yeah.
Wish you well, man. Hopefully you come back. So.
I don't know what else we can do for you, mate. Yeah. Wish you well. And I'm intrigued to see what his next move is. Will he move up? Because that means maybe he moves up to Bantam then, does he?
He go up to Superfly next. Yeah, that was it. So
No, I
that
thought he
was
was
Fly.
already at Superfly. No, he's not at Superfly.
Oh no,
He's
he
at
was just a
Fly.
Fly. I checked. He was
Oh,
just.
and then he goes Superfly. Then yeah. Okay.
Oh no, hell no. Bam's up there.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Oh
But he
no.
don't got nothing. There's no reason why Bam would need to fight him.
No.
A belt holder.
Yeah.
So, but still.
I mean, but if Bam
you
stays
can't
there, then
ahead.
and if Bam stays there, then your Fly's not beating him.
No.
So,
And if you
he'll get
can't
stopped again.
dominate your flyweight division, mate, God.
Yeah.
Then I don't know what he's Olympic gold as well. And
Yeah.
it's not transitioning well enough. Like it's almost like damn, they was heralding him to be like Lomachenko. He's gonna be on his title fight. You know when I knew that he wasn't good enough? I tell you when. It was about his second or third fight, and he fought this geezer. I'm not sure who it is, and this geezer pieced him up.
I remember that fight. Yeah, that was a tough fight. I think he won that by split decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. From then, I was like, no. This, I already knew it. My spidey senses were tingling. I was like, nah, he don't got it. I usually can tell on the fighter's debut, first couple of fights, if they're special or not. I was like, no. And people like, oh, but it's only like, I told people that with Campbell Hatton, first fight, second fight. From the first fight, I said no. From the second fight, I said no. People was like, you're being too harsh. It's only, I know who looks special.
It's just like with Muhammad Ali's grandson, Nico Ali Walsh. Mm-hmm. That guy, he just ain't got it.
We said no.
He ain't got it.
We said that though, didn't we? We went no.
Yeah.
He ain't. He's another one. No. Stop trading off your grandfather's name. It's a mockery. No.
I appreciate the fact that these guys want to box to continue their parents or grandfathers. That's fine, but like at the end of the day, you either got it or you don't. They Campbell Hatton, Ali, they ain't got it. They don't have it.
Yeah, Campbell Hatton made me lose the will to live.
I don't wanna do this anymore.
He made me lose the will to fucking live. He did. I swear. I was like, no. People like, just give him a chance. I was like, no. I could tell he don't got it. Why don't people listen? Do you know what I mean? But, such is life. Anyway, you're fine. On to the next one. Who else is... we have to let them know where we are again, AJ. We're in the weekly
It's the weekly wrap-up show.
Shiggity. Okey-dokes, yeah. All right, who's next?
Oh my God! Sorry. One last thing. Rodriguez threw over 1,000 punches in the fight.
Yeah,
landing over half.
Yeah. I knew that's that. That's when you're like, hey Jar, what's up? And Adam, what up, down? Yeah, get the lights up. Get those lights up. Yeah, so yeah, he threw punches in motherfucking bunches. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we got my guy. Boy, did you hear us just slaughtering your guy, mate? Eric, we got Eric. Bomb squad. Shouts out to my Eric. Thanks for coming through, Eric. I've missed ya. I always miss Eric. Salute. Yeah. He's all good, Eric. Oh, dear. Yeah, so who's next? Go ahead, AJ.
We have
on the docket. Let's go.
We'll just skip the top rank card. I didn't see that, but all the top rank fighters pretty much won, I believe.
Who was the main?
Jahi Tucker.
Oh no, I didn't. No. Okay, skip.
Yep, did Vito Manicki win his fight, but I really don't see anything special about that guy. Benito was saying in the comments, see you as well. So shout out to him.
Okay. All
so
right.
we skip past that.
Yeah. Skip.
So onwards to the main topic of discussion.
Okay, so it's Senor Saul Alvarez
Payday, payday. You want payday? Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
Canelo go out, he's a hell of a fighter, man. McGregor did lose. He lost on the ground. He didn't lose standing up. So he's a hell of a fighter, and he's a very, very tough competitor.
Now, what I want to say is, can I start off? I just was having like this super back and forth. That's why Benitez is here actually. But I was having a back and forth on I think on a Crawford interview, and you know, I think it was Fight Hub, and or something like that. And I was saying that basically the way that Bud may need to beat Canelo is to implement Floyd Mayweather. And people went up, oh, he's nothing like Floyd Mayweather. And I was like, no, he's not. I didn't say, there's you could maybe grow this like minute similarities. But what I was trying to say is, you know, when you've been, all right, this is who your opponent is. So, right, the first thing you do is you pull tape.
Yeah.
Right? And you watch your fighters' weaknesses. Even in fights that they won, you see the weaknesses, and you see the strengths, and you see the fights that they potentially that have lost, and you see even the strengths in their loss, what they was doing that was good in that fight that they lost, but ultimately the bad things that they did while they lost. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, why would it hurt to pull tape on Floyd versus Canelo? I mean, yeah, Floyd versus Canelo, and implement some of that game plan in there. What I'm also saying is that for Bud to win, it has to be so definitive. He has to school Canelo to win. He doesn't have to turn into Floyd Mayweather. Nobody can do that.
Yeah, exactly. Just implement some of what he did.
But does it hurt to look at some of the things that Floyd was doing to Canelo? And if Bud can implement some of these things, why is that a wrong thing? Do you know how people going at me? Only for then Oscar De La Hoya to come out and say on record on an Ariel Iwani show, basically that what I said. He said I could see it going multiple ways. I could see it that Canelo is just too big for Bud, and Canelo just like beats him like that. But he said I also can see, you know, Bud's footwork's better, Bud's this, that, and that. And he said Bud should have to look at Floyd Mayweather and do like that to school Canelo. Listen, I said this nearly a week ago. Listen, call me Buckstradamus. When I was saying it in the comment section, everyone was telling me I didn't know what I was talking about. Well, even though I was going back and forth with them. Oscar De La Hoya just comes out and says exactly what I said. So I just went back to the same comment section and said, and used it, and you know, the quote marks, and said what Oscar said. I don't know if I've been responded to. I bet you it's like motherfucking crickets up in that bitch. You know what I mean? I bet you it is. Yeah, I bet you it is. Go ahead, tell me I don't know what I'm talking about now. No, yeah. So that's where, because we already know, if it's a close fight, more than likely it's going to go to Canelo.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering myself. It's like who's really the A side in this fight? You got one.
But would it more likely go to Canelo, considering that that's Turkey's guy and Turkey's already put his bias in?
I mean, who's he showing bias for? He's
showing bias for Crawford. Crawford is an ambassador, and he said when he came out on the New York press conference, or was it the Saudi one? One or the other. Saudi one. He came out and said, Turkey Al-Sheikh came out and said, I don't know. I don't know why they put me on this table because he was sitting on the Canelo table on the
Right.
presser, and I was like, but that is a bit. Come on, that's unprofessional though. I mean,
Yeah.
you should have been
what-
put on that table, but you shouldn't show that amount of bias in
right.
as
I
the
mean,
promotion
I
because he's
completely
did that
agree.
a few times.
I
Yeah,
agree because
and it's not cool.
one thing about Turkey, he's been cool, but like he's shown a lot of favoritism towards certain
Is
fighters
he?
who win fights, which is
Yeah.
not.
When it
He
was
was even
Tyson Fury, he did the same
he,
thing, right? With
he even went on
Usyk.
record saying that he wants Shakur and Hamza Shiraz to win their fights, like on their cards. So like that just leaves you
Yeah,
wondering,
what did he
like,
say
okay.
about that? He said, you better.
I mean, he said he wants he would rather Shiraz and Shakur win.
Oh, wow.
I think he said that today, if not yesterday.
I wonder why. He said something. Yeah, I wonder why. I think sometimes he's a bit fed up with certain American fighters as well.
Yeah. Just he's
Because it's just been a
a
ball
lot of
ache to get you lot on board.
a lot of divas. Just they waste their time, then they
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah, it's just been a waste of fucking time for real. So I think maybe he's just had enough of that, to be
Yep.
honest. Who's in this chat? I'm just having a look. Go ahead anyway. Yeah. So I don't know now. Is it if it's hey my Bruce Gas? What up, B? Hey Bruce. It's coming through like a mile woo. Hey Trick Nolty. My guy. Trick Nolty. I need to give you a little thing. We got Dr. P. We got Dr. P. Okay, we gotta go. We got Dr. P has been a member for mad long.
Me bar rat-a-tat-a-tat-a brain splatter. What's the matter? Just start up, don't try. Move the body, try scatter. Pick pattering up all over your body. Now you bruise and batter, tap, shatter. You never should do Allah.
Dr. P are original. You see me? Member, 37 months. I send wifey my love and take a hug for yourself as well. Tell her that we are sending our love for sure. Thank you for being a member. What up, Boxing Pro? What up? Oh, did you delete the message? Okay, just write it down in the normal one. It's fine. Just write it down, and I'll have a look at it. P. Yeah. So I'm not sure who's more likely to be robbed if it's close.
Yeah.
What are you seeing out there? Are you seeing that? I'm seeing Canelo fans turn on Crawford something wicked. Listen, I had to call a spade a spade. I'm seeing, oh God, you know, Twitter's just a cesspool.
It
AJ,
is.
when you look at the comments under anything that's about Crawford,
Yeah, I know.
it's literally disgusting.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't
It's
understand.
just all you see is pure racism. I'm like, are you like? It's just crazy. It's really bad. And guys that are here, my Mexican people that's here, y'all gotta do better. You guys gotta do better. It's a fail team. You gotta do better. Cause I'm watching everything, and I keep getting it back to my. I put a comment in, you know, straight away. I'm talking about skill sets and that. They're talking about, you know, they go straight to the race. So then, you know, you have to fight. It's terrible. I don't understand why it has to go like that. Why are certain Mexican fans? Why has it gone like that?
I don't know what it is about Bud that's triggering people.
Yeah, this is why you have to say they're nervous because because if that's your go-to response, that means you're nervous. You know what I mean? We'll talk about style for style breakdowns and stuff, and the reason why, yeah, Canelo could win, and the reason why Crawford could win, and it's just like, why can't they keep it on that? You know what I mean? You can say, obviously, you're rooting for who you want to root for, but why does it go to that despicable side of things? So anyway, so I don't know who's robbable. Who the hell is to rob?
If I were to guess, I would say Bud is like the A side since Turkey has shown favoritism
But
towards
it's
him.
not the A side.
I mean, well, not the A side. I mean,
but
just,
as in the house fighter.
Yeah, right, correct.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Because Canelo's ultimately getting more money. Jesus Christ, they're being paid so much for this. This is unbelievable.
What is the purse? How much is Canelo getting? It's reported that Bud was getting like.
Okay, so it's rumored the pot is $200 million in total. Canelo's going to get 150, while Crawford is going to get 50.
50.
I mean, that's just been rumored. That's
yeah, that's what I did actually hear those numbers. That's fucking
that's true.
astronomical. That's astronomical.
Astronomical.
Yeah. So you may as well have fought David Benavidez then for your 150. Why you didn't fight David? Eh?
Well,
Why
David
you didn't fight him?
So he's saying like David is playing games himself. He's saying he wants to stay Vegas. He's a fighter, doesn't want to fight any of the Turkish cards. I mean, his promoter even said fight Callum.
Yeah, but what people? This is why David's talking shit as well, right? Because if you remember, David's come out and said, "Oh, you don't want to fight. You don't want to fight on Turkey's cards." But if you remember that David went on Twitter about a year ago and added and tagged Turkey Al Sheikh and said, "I will fight Canelo for free. And it's not about the money." And he tagged Turkey Al Sheikh. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. He tagged Turkey Al Sheikh and said, it's not he said it's not about the money. He said Canelo can take all the money. I'll fight for literally less than nothing. Like I don't even. And he tagged Turkey Al Sheikh.
But Chad, I mean, but literally he turned down millions to fight Callum Smith as well. His manager.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is when he says he's not going to fight on a thingy card, why? I don't think a lot of people's remembered that he did actually for anything for Canelo. If you think if Canelo says I'm gonna fight you and it's gonna be in Riyadh season, you think David's gonna go no?
Hello.
He listen, Linda. He's gonna fight where Canelo says he's gonna fight. That guy has been running down, Canelo for a good old while anyway. And fair point. Like I see it on both sides. Like, I'm not a fan of David Benavidez like that. I don't think he's
I'm not him because he fucked up twice by getting stripped of his belt. So if you just would have kept your weight in check the second time, especially, you'd have held on.
But what about when he then became the?
No. I'm saying like I agree. Like there's blame to go on both sides.
Yeah, I mean.
So
what I'm saying is, why is it that Canelo finds it much better to be a hypocrite and talk about, fighters, all he's going to bring is some amount of weight in the thingy, or when the Crawford fight was posed to him and he said Crawford's too small, but not being bad. A lot of the last few fighters that Canelo's. Some of them that he's brought up, they've been brought up from lower weights.
Yep, they have.
So, I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of contradictions from from Canelo.
Facts matter. So if we're going to have a conversation, we have to agree that there's some things that are just true. Facts and data matter.
Listos pe los chingazos! Listos pe los chingazos!
He said that with full conviction. Bless him. That cracks me up without fault.
Always.
Coin. Yeah, look, Don One, he said it's the coin. Yeah, Canelo's a little guy. We know he's a little guy. We know he's a little guy, but he's a little big guy. He's a little big guy. No one forced Canelo to fight at 168. He chooses to. So I don't know why everybody wants us to roll out the red fucking carpet that he's small and wants to fight in 168. But nobody, it's not like he's forced to. He's obviously fighting at 168 because even though he's small, he's still heavy.
Yeah.
So we can drop this. He's the little guy. Yes, he's the shorter guy, but he's actually in the weight division that suffice, And then you wanna these lot wanna criticize. Oh, Crawford's moving up, to weight divisions. But when Canelo went up to 175, it was called Daring to Be Great. So like, which one is it? Make up your mind. That's when I see the hater raiding. It's just full of contradictions aplenty. So anyway, go ahead. Give me your opinions of what's going on and let's this fight. Let me kick off my shoes and relax my feet. Go ahead. Let's go. Let me hear you, AJ.
Well, the promo fight seems to have gone up a notch. They've started kind of like taking shots at each other, shoving each other a bit.
Yeah. What do you think about that in New York? What happened?
It could be staged, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, because I say that because like they had like no animosity for each other before, but now.
Yeah.
I understand they're about the fight and everything, but the fight sells itself, so you don't really need to do all that to sell it. A lot of people.
Yeah, but maybe that's because some people were getting mad that they looked too pally. Because I was like, God damn.
I was about that,
but then I was like, in the end, when I saw them do Piers Morgan, I actually loved that interview with the two of them and how.
Yeah, I still got to watch that. I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Yeah, no, you need to watch it. Yeah.
I mean, I was wondering about stuff like that photo that resurfaced to them like all eating dinner together.
Huh?
Like that photo that surfaced to like all them them eating dinner. Him and because Canelo and Bud were sitting down with Turkey like eating dinner apparently, or just at a table.
Yeah. That's when they first landed in Saudi, and I was like, what the hell is going on here? But it's Turkey Al Sheikh addressed it and said it's tradition that they do that when people come into the. Yeah, but sometimes you have to host them like that. Yeah, but Turkey, sometimes you don't realize this is fight land. Sometimes certain traditions have to be scooted around.
Exactly.
You can't force could you imagine if that was Errol Spence Jr. instead of Canelo and that was Bud there? And then or who else is a tumultuous duo that's fought? Just anyone tumultuous. Could you imagine being forced to sit opposite each other eating some food? Like, I'd be like, I skip out, man.
This topic of discussion, like, Canelo's questioning the Bud's resume, like, who's the lead fought? All this kind of crazy shit. It's like, come on, man. What are we doing?
And this is where Canelo.
I was fanboy to this narrative, just literally putting out there like, is Bud elite? Has he beaten anybody? Yeah, come on, of course, man. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying he beat champions. Someone beating champions. I mean, of course, he's beat elite fighters.
Right. Yeah. At the time, yeah, they was.
Time he fought him, yeah.
And at the end of the day, how about this? How about you? Why don't Canelo go and be 2 division undisputed then? If it's such a
he tried. He tried, but people stopped that.
Yeah, I know, and you couldn't do it. So therefore,
people put
do you know what I mean? Like, how dare you question someone that's in the 4-belt era more decorated than you? You're the brutus. It don't matter what you think his run is or whatever. In the history books, when it's all said and done, Canelo, you're retiring as a Hall of Famer, a great fighter, and the accolades because your resume is sick. But I can still pick that apart at the times of who you fought when you fought them. A lot of them was past their sell-by date. Shane Mosley was.
Because let's not forget that he only decided to fight Triple G once he saw some slippage.
Miguel Cotto was, you wanted to fight Triple G the 3rd time because you saw some.
Oh no, I'm talking the first time.
No, the 3rd time the first time, okay, well then he got pieced up and they gave it, a draw. We all know that was a lie. But the third time
Yeah.
when that fight was a part of the deal, when he was going over
Right.
with Eddie, and everyone was like, "Nah, you can't be picking Triple G, who's been off on a long fucking layoff since that fight in Japan."
I think
the Japanese guy. I forgot
that was
that guy's
year,
name.
if I'm not mistaken. That was in the same year, if I'm not mistaken. He fought the Japanese guy. Then later on in that year, he fought Canelo. He moved up. Then he moved.
But coming
so.
off, but
I
he
know,
fought the Japanese guy coming off a long
right.
layoff.
Yeah, right. He was. Yeah, he was still coming off. Yeah, when he fought the Japanese.
A super long layoff, and that was in the end that was a really good fight because the Japanese guy started off strong, and then Triple G just activated, switch mode activated, and it was just game over for what was his name? AJ?
What was his name? Crap.
I forget.
Finish him.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad for him. Someone in the chat may know. Okay, so what was I saying? What was my train of thought? Yeah, so, and then you picked him for so you picked him for the third time. I mean, have you been fighting the best people, Canelo? Have you? And I don't like this, Canelo, he's done enough. He can pick what he wants to do. I mean, you're not bigger than the sport. No one is. He can do what he wants. Yeah, you can. You can do what you want. But I keep saying it. After these two fights, whatever happens, because I'm sure they're going to fight. Are they fighting twice? Is there a rematch clause? I would almost be sure that Canelo wouldn't sign off on all of his belts on one
If Bud wins, there will be a rematch. If he wins.
Yeah, and if Bud loses, there won't be, will they?
Probably not. Who knows?
Yeah. Okay, so after this, whatever, I don't want any division hold-ups. Then you can do what you want. Do what you want without I said this to you the other day.
Held up the division way too long because, how long?
It's been stagnant.
I bet because, bro, it's like we got guys like Pacheco, others coming up who I see fight for a title. You know what I'm saying myself. So it's like, how long are they supposed to wait?
And they're paying sanctioning fees and everything.
Yeah, I mean, but we can blame the sanctioning bodies for this as well.
Yeah, but their money is waste. Yeah, of course it's of course we're blaming them. I feel sorry for the fighters that are paying that are not like rich and they're paying like sanctioning fees just for, and they're on ice.
I mean, WBC is the worst, like by far.
WBC, we be crooking. Do you know what I mean? We what is it? What's the one that they say we be for Canelo or something?
Yeah, we be Canelo. Yeah, we be Canelo.
Yeah. It's crazy. That shouldn't be allowed. Yeah, we be capping. That's for Suleiman. Yeah, we be capping. You know what I mean? It's just pathetic.
Canelo go out. He's a hell of a fighter, man.
Yeah, we know Floyd, and that's why they need to implement some of it. He needs to implement some of your shit. But yeah, so what do you think the overall mood is? Because do you know what? I'll tell you something else. I'll tell you what. Kind of like made me think. And me and Benito is it Benitez? Was it who was in the chat going back and forth saying? I was like, it's funny how Bud says 70% he'll beat Canelo, but when it was Errol Spence, he was like 100%. Like, do you think he should have said 70? Yeah, I know you can be realistic, but as a competitor, like I said, do you really need to? Don't you go out there going, I'm 100% going to beat him? I don't go, on Piers Morgan, he said 70% that he beats Canelo. That's what Bud said.
Oh,
I've never heard that before.
That's he probably sees Canelo as actually more of a threat than Earl.
Yeah, but it don't matter. You're still supposed to say 100.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
are you not? If you've got that self belief.
Yeah, maybe he's just being honest. He's just looking at the fight. He's really analyzing the fight, and he's just,
Yeah, but you still should be like 100. I beat him.
Yeah.
Hate it. You're supposed to still be like 100. I know what you're saying, but you didn't do that. You didn't do that with Spence. You knew you was gonna. I know Spence is your same weight division and that, but you didn't say that with Madrimov when you was moving up. You didn't go Madrimov 70%. You was like, nah, I beat him. Like, okay, if you want to tell everyone that it's 70%, 70% is still way more that you think that you beat Canelo than not. But then it could also mean, Bud, are you prepared to lose? You're prepared to lose maybe for the highest amount of money. Because technically, does it look bad? Who does it look worse for to lose, Canelo or Bud? Canelo. If Canelo loses to Bud, it looks really bad. If Bud loses to Canelo, it doesn't look as bad because it's not in...
Because Bud loses, people just say, "Oh, he was too small coming up there, doesn't have enough experience." Like those are already pre-planned. But but Canelo, it's like it's really odds are really against him.
Yeah. What up, Georgie Porgy? Put in the pot. Old Joe said, I'm not a fanboy, but I'm nervous. Tell me why you, Joe, why are you nervous? Is anybody, if you lot, I think the link's in the chat if you want to come on and explain your nerve-wracking. Why are you nervous? In what side? Are you nervous for Bud or are you nervous for Canelo?
Yeah, because Bud is like smaller.
I assume that he's nervous for Canelo because the thing said Canelo fanboys are nervous. So I think you're saying that you're not a fanboy of Canelo, but you are nervous for him. Any comments on your favourite fighter, Deontay? I know. Listen, Bruce. That guy's fighting a journeyman on PPV, and it's on pay-per-view. And listen,
come to do what I do best. That's a site to get the fans what they want to see. At the end of the day, no one wants to see a 12-round fight. It's a whole bunch of heavyweights up here, and we're the hard hitters. And at the end of the day, people have things to do.
Hate it.
I'm introducing, introducing. It's old Joe in the building. Ding, 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 ding. Hey, old Joe.
Hello, how are you today?
I am fine. You are a newcomer to my channel, right? I know,
First
definitely
time
on the
ever.
panel.
What am I?
Right?
Hello. I seem to have an echo. Is that me or somebody on your end?
Oh, I can't hear an echo. Can guys out there, can you hear an echo? I can't hear one myself. That could be AJ.
Hello.
Let me
I got one too.
Let me hear it. Can you hear an echo? Let me hear it on the actual show. All of my people were Liddy again. Litty again. I need to actually click on the link of the show. It's funny when I try to do it like that. It just wants to open in the app. It's funny when I try to do it. So hang on, let me hear.
Mic check.
Sounds good now.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
Perfect.
there's an echo with you, but it's not bad. It's a little bit. Do you know what, Joe? Have you used this before? If you go in the sound settings, there's a setting called, you press settings and you go into audio, and there's a echo cancellation box. You just check that box, and it cuts off the echo. If you know how to do that.
I'll work on that, and I'll ask you a quick question if you don't mind that I'd like you to respond to.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we have had. It's been how long since Canelo versus Mayweather? How long ago?
12 years. On a 12 years.
What, 2013?
Yeah, 12 years.
Okay, so in a historical context, in your opinion, the Canelo that Mayweather fought, is he anywhere near this great Canelo that's being worshipped now? What I'm saying is, was Floyd really that good? Or had Floyd have fought Canelo 8 years down the road, would the result have been different?
The result would have been the same, in my opinion.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the result would have been the same.
Agreed. It would have been more competitive.
Hey,
but the result would have been the same.
King of Kings in the booties. In my opinion, if Floyd fought Canelo now, he'd still win. That's just my humble opinion. Like, if Floyd still got all of his, his reflexes, I just think that Canelo he's a great fighter, don't get me wrong, but he's good at some things, a couple of things. Whereas people like Floyd or people like Bud, they're good, they're all-rounded, complete fighters, good at a multitude of things. So if you look at the Canelo that fought Floyd and the Canelo that we have now, we can definitely see a lot of decline. But what's been smart with Canelo
which I was saying to someone earlier today, is that let me use this analogy. You know, have you ever seen like a chick, a celebrity, and you saw her in when she first came on the scene in 2012, and then you see her now in 2025. Let's use Sierra. No shade, no shade, no shade.
Yep.
Right? If you look at Sierra or Kim Kardashian, use any of both of them, they've had subtle plastic surgery tweaks on their face that are so subtle and gradual, you didn't actually know that they were changing until you now see a photo of them 10 years ago. Canelo has done the exact same thing, not plastic surgery, obviously. He's actually tweaked himself because he's declining. He's lost a step or two. So what he's done is, bit by bit, we've seen the type of fighters that he chooses to fight change. Like, not the best competition, not the ones that are going to give him, you know, a run for his money. I think he thought he was still at that super duper level when he fought Let Me Fight Bivol. But once he realized, oh yeah, yet again, movers. I can't do it. No puedo hacerlo. He can't do it, right? That's when we've started to see things definitely change with Canelo, bit by bit by bit. So what I'm saying is, Canelo doesn't do anything, all of this stuff, better than Floyd, and he doesn't do it. Certainly doesn't do it better than Crawford. Who's got the better footwork out of the two? Well, let's go down the list. Who got the better footwork?
Canelo.
Who said that? Oh, Joe, you said Canelo has.
No, I was just listening.
Oh, no, Canelo don't got the... AJ, Canelo's got better footwork.
In the chat, I'm kidding.
I was about to throw you off the goddamn panel. No, like, Canelo hasn't got the better footwork. Who's got the better speed?
Oh, Bud.
Who's got the better athleticism?
Bud.
Who's got the better hand speed and punch output?
Bud.
Who's got the who's more able to adjust in a fight? Who can turn the switch? I mean, you could say Canelo can as well.
They both
you
could.
Say Canelo can as well.
That's 50-50. Yeah, I think that's easy.
Yeah,
so
both,
you can level them off on that.
Yeah, they both could.
One's a switch hitter. You know, Canelo has fought a couple of southpaws, but I'm not sure if there's any switch hitters, you know, that he's
Canelo's also a good counter puncher as well.
And so is Bud.
Yeah, but
Canelo's not gonna wait for counters. Canelo's also a pressure fighter that can counter punch. So he's not gonna wait for Bud to come to him. So Bud's gonna be able to move off of the counters. Who's gonna be the one who's fleet of foot and who's flat footed? Canelo's flat-footed.
But it's fleet-footed.
Fleet of foot. So what I'm saying is, Canelo's got good ring generalship, and I think Crawford's got good ring IQ. Because Canelo, because he will come and find you and hunt you, he's got a good ring generalship in the ring. But he's also obviously got good ring IQ. But I think the difference is with Bud is that I noticed in the Skull fight, if your IQ's slipping, Canelo, because I don't care if Skull was running. Why are you 60 odd fights in and you're not cutting off the ring like you used to before?
Yeah.
You've been cutting off the ring, but you can't. But you realise he's losing steps. He got
the Callum Smith. He got to Billy Joe Saunders. He got the Caleb Plant.
Yes, he got to Caleb Plant, who is a mover. And these things were making him feel like, oh my God, yeah, I can do it. Then he thought, all right, let me go to Bivol. And it was egg in the face. And I think since then, it's just been little tweaks here to show, like, I'm not going to fight this mover anymore. I'm not going to do this. Nobody told you to fight William Skull. You didn't want to fight him the first time, and everybody was on your side. Don't bother fighting him. You picked to fight him now and this time round, and then you want to moan that he's a mover, but you knew he was a mover. You watched tapes.
Yeah, you do that
You know,
going in. You
you knew that going in, so don't complain. Bivol was a mover, so you know there's some movers that are. Yeah, some. All right, I understand that Skull, did do a lot of running. Cool, but where is your ring generalship and your ring IQ that you just don't cut off the runners? So that's what I'm saying. He's not really all rounded as a Bud or as a Floyd. But King of King, you go ahead and Joe, you can respond as well.
So, I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, so the biggest thing that I'll say is, man, I hear bad echo. I don't know what that is. But
Joe, do us a favor, just mute your mic just 1 sec.
I was muted there already.
Oh, he's muted. I was muted as
let's
well.
see if everybody,
I'm muted too.
Okay. Yeah, there it goes. That's better. Okay, so I think the biggest thing is like, starting with the initial question is the thing that I think a lot of people don't understand is the issue that Canelo always had that's never changed is his foot speed. The reason why he was so easily outboxed by Floyd is Floyd's just the better foot speed. He was able to change his dimensions, come forward, go back. It's very confusing to deal with. In the progress of Canelo's whole career, he has never actually figured that out. And it's obvious. And as time has gone on, as he's been able to rely on his power with his natural and unnatural abilities. So let's keep that real. He's gotten worse at that. The foot speed's not even better. And the guys that we're talking about that he actually were able to chase down, the Saunders, the Smith, what's his name? The dude PBC guy he got dismissed. I can't think of his name. But Plant. To be honest, as far as movers, they're B minuses at best. They're not very fluent, and they're not extremely fast at their foot speed. Now they can move and they can box well, but Caleb Plant's tank is always very questionable. Saunders' tank questionable. So those type of movers he can deal with where eventually they get tired, but on their own fruition, not tired from pressure. The other movies he had difficulty, he got tired from pressure. But like I said, the Skull fight, the biggest glaring issue that I've seen there was times where he actually cut off the ring and Skull was up against the ropes and he didn't engage. He kind of just stood back because it looked like, I don't know if he was concerned with the counter or what was going on, but if you go back and look at that last fight, there's parts where Skull's close to the corner and Canelo's sitting there. He goes step forward and then he steps back. So, I mean, the thing about it is like a lot of people bring up, I don't know, like I said, to be honest, I feel like it's not even, I feel like on some levels he's regressed. He has a boxing style that's just not fit for somebody who has more foot. If you have more foot speed and you have more hand speed, you can beat it. You can beat a lot of people. And you can't improve those things. Even with his performance enhancing drugs, you can't speed your hands up. You can't speed your feet up. He's a middle waist bending type of fighter. And that's where he's going to have issues with somebody like Bud, because Bud already can do you like that. We've seen how he did Sean Porter. Sean Porter, people may not like his style, but you cannot say he's not fast and he's not aggressive and he's not coming in for the smoke. And you see how he was able to adjust to that foot speed that Sean Porter has, who probably has some of the best foot speed there is as a pressure fighter. And he was able to easily eventually dismantle him and stop him. So you got Canelo, who's almost going to be a stationary target to me, I feel, for Bud. And that's why they're trying to start this mantra of some mess about. I hate that term running. There's only a few fighters that actually say that I could say were runners in the ring. But just because somebody moves and you're too sloppy and you're unskilled, and a lot of this has to do with the new age pressure fighters who are just trash compared to people like Duran. And imagine if Duran said that Sugar Ray was a runner. Yeah, it didn't matter if he was a runner. He came and chased him down and beat him in the first fight. That's what you do if you feel like somebody's supposedly running. But since the boxing skill is so garbage, these guys just want people to sit in front of them. That's what Canelo wants. And even then, I still don't really see what he can do in this situation.
Nicely
there you go. Agreed. Fully agreed. Joe, do you want to chime in? Or do you want to answer this, Benito? Benito, you Gonzalez, mate. You are really, you're fully a Canelo, ain't ya? Canelo would have beaten Floyd, in my opinion, especially at a heavier weight. So why didn't he fight at a heavy? Why didn't this happen then? They fought at a catch weight, didn't they? Has Canelo not put catch weights on people?
Yeah.
His whole career, he's had how many fights at 155 that doesn't
Fought
exist?
Americana to catch weight.
Thank you. A little Amir Khan.
Little guy, little tiny 140 pounder, really, Amir Khan. So let's not go there with all of that, okay? Let's be real. Let's keep to this. We try to operate in fairness and not being like just a world of delusion. But I want Joe. Go ahead, Joe, because you're the guest.
Okay,
And let us absolutely mute while Joe speaks, just in case there's an echo. Okay.
Sure, no
Let's
problem.
go.
I'll address my first comment that I made. First of all, I'm going to say, ma'am, your accent is absolutely spectacular. I could listen to you talk boxing all day long. So
Thank you.
and shout out to my buddy Powder Dusty in the chat there. He runs a fabulous channel. You guys should go check it out. So when I made my initial comment around,
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, shouts out to Powder Dusty. Yeah, what up, Dale? Is he in the chat here? Are you from Canada?
yes, I am, ma'am.
Yeah, I could hear. Yeah, I just could tell by the accent as well. Yeah, just was checking. Go ahead.
Okay,
Sorry,
I
go
will
ahead.
briefly take you through the fight I am nervous about, although it was tongue in cheek when I made the comment because I was just responding to the title. Here is the fight that I'm nervous about. We have a fight coming up between Daniel Dubois and Alexander Usyk. I don't want to see either one of these men lose. I tend to emotionally get behind a fighter. Dubois really won me over as a fan. It started with his victory over Big Baby Miller. He didn't try and run. The man was 300 pounds. He pushed Miller off of him, knocked him out in the end, stopped him. Then he got Hergovich. Then he took out Joshua. And by then I was a huge fan. But I also don't want to see Usyk lose. The man is a light heavyweight. He's won the undisputed championship, 2 victories over Joshua, 2 victories over Tyson Fury. And so that's the fight I'm torn about. I'm almost not going to watch the thing because I would love to see a draw. That's my piece.
Got it. So you just kind of get emotionally behind it.
Yeah, you get you can't do well. You'll be brokenhearted a lot then. We do get behind our fighters. We do get behind, and we've all had our hearts broken by each of our fighters. But you kind of once you start kind of doing this as for a job or as a career, you've got to kind of like
put that
just
aside.
literally do star for star matchups and try and take biases and stuff. UGC Flame, by the way. You gotta take the bias out and all of that. And you can root for a fighter all day long. Like there's fighters that I root for, but I know that they won't win against that particular opponent because of the style that they have and what the style the opponent has. So do you know anything about the Canelo? Do you have any input on the Canelo and Bud thing?
No, I don't know enough about. I haven't followed boxing closely enough.
Yeah.
I know that Canelo has, like, when we talk about Floyd versus Canelo, I'll tell you one thing that Canelo has that Floyd doesn't. Is Canelo has a bigger punch. He has more power. He works on that.
Correct.
And that's an equalizer. And I've known boxing coaches who said, given the choice, they will always pick a guy with power because it's an equalizer that you can't teach. I don't know what you guys feel about it, but they say you cannot teach power. You're either born with it or you're not. So
that's true.
I believe that Canelo always is dangerous, and he could be dangerous in this fight too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, just my 2 cents real quick.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, H.
Yeah, because Chair, we were talking earlier about how Bud could implement some of what Floyd did. I think he could, not exactly, but some.
Yeah.
I mean, see, the tactic I think he should take is to take the fight and stay to mid range because Bud has the longer reach.
Yeah, he does.
So and he should really up his output. But the thing is, like, if he moves, and if if he does that and he, just keeps the fight mid range, lets his hands go enough and moves enough,
Yeah.
he could neutralize Canelo and really just like take away his power.
Yeah, because speed negates power.
Yeah, I mean, because that's what Floyd did, honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
because Canelo's a bigger puncher than Floyd, but at that
but Floyd
stage,
just couldn't hit him. He just couldn't hit him.
And he just couldn't hit him.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about that, KOK, about implementing some? Because I was in a debate with these people online, and I was like, he has to implement some of Floyd's stuff, and they was like, no, he's nothing. Bud's not like fucking Floyd, and da da da. And I was like, the schooling he has to implement. Some of the things, if you pull up tape on a fighter, that you're going to fight, you'll pull up tape and you'll see like his pros, his cons, his weaknesses, his in defeat, his weaknesses, even in a win, his victories, his strong points, his strong traits in his victories, his maybe his strong points even in his defeats, right? So I don't understand why people were like, no, you got, and then Oscar De La Hoya comes out and says exactly what I said. Like, literally, I said this like a week ago, and Oscar De La Hoya just said it like yesterday. Yeah, he needs to be schooled, like what Floyd did. So do you think Oscar De La Hoya doesn't know what he's talking about, considering that he A, had Canelo, and B, fought Floyd himself? Stop it, guys. I know that hurt your feelings. Let me, before you answer, let me just let them know, Edward, where we are. Eduardo, we are at the weekly wrap up. Shiggity, shiggity, where? Shiggity, shiggity. Yeah, so, Eduardo, what do you think, what Joe said?
I think, just
yeah,
what you were saying.
Go ahead.
Yeah, everybody, I need y'all to mute because it keeps doing it again. But I guess the thing, I'll just expand off what you were saying about, you telling people that he will need to implement some of the stuff Floyd would. I think a lot of people that are responding and saying that, I feel like quite a few of them never even watched a Floyd fight live. It's been 10 years since he's been like in an actual fight. So you got to think a lot of these fans, they don't know what they're talking about, because if you don't understand how like some of these, I wish they need to go back and watch that fight, because like I said, this narrative has come around as if Floyd was just moving the whole time. Floyd stood in the pocket at times. He threw, he exchanged with him, he moved away. Bud can easily do the same thing. Bud actually, coming out of the southpaw stance, is even more trickier. He can throw the right hand, which is extremely heavy as a jab, and he can slide out to the right over and over again. He can trade with him and then just easily move out the way. He doesn't even have to back up. He can just slide hard to the right and throw combinations. I just, like I said, if somebody's saying that they shouldn't implement what Floyd was doing, then I don't, they ain't watching no boxing. And in Floyd's words, they don't know shit about boxing. I mean,
it's because it's fear. It's because they're nervous. They don't want that to be a blueprint that's out there. So they're like, no, you shouldn't do that. That's a load of trash. It's the fanboys that are, they're nervous. They are super duper nervous.
It's hard for them to, even in that first fight, to give him a round. Canelo basically lost every round of that fight, to the point that
tried to rob him.
Yeah, he threw a left hook that Floyd literally looked at the audience and was like, who you trying to hit?
Where did that go? Yeah, where did that hit? And Floyd was 36 at that time. They love to say Canelo was young, he was 23. Yeah, but Canelo was already 40 fights deep in, and he was a champion. Campeón del mundo.
Let's put it like this: De La Hoya defeated, I believe, Chavez Jr., who was younger at the time. That's the age that a young fighter is supposed to come up and get rid of him. So he was in under. It wasn't like this guy had 19 fights, or he was fully acclimated as a full fighter. He just got outclassed, but they don't want to admit it. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, he was fighting for 8 years by that time.
Please get the fuck out of here, man. It's my night.
UGC Flame said Crawford has better footwork and speed, which is correct.
And on top
well, thank you very much for having me up. Awesome discussion.
Oh, you're welcome, and please come back anytime.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Oh, Joe is lifted. Thanks, Joe, for coming through. You're always welcome. Even to give your opinion on stuff like, we do heavyweight shows and stuff like that. So your Daniel Dubois stuff and with the Usyk was a good take as well. So thank you for that take. Yeah, for sure. Hey, R to the left, R to the left. Kaboom. Hey, R. Go ahead. Anyway, go ahead, Eduardo.
Yeah, so I mean, it just seems to me like it's obvious. Do you not stay? The problem is, like I said, Shane, a lot of time when we commit, this is why I've gotten off Twitter and some of these other things. The people you're talking to don't know jack about boxing. I had somebody try to inflate something towards me like that, and I just like, bro, please be quiet. Because they don't know what that, and that's cool. That's what we need casuals to go out there and support. But it was never a youth thing. To be honest, Floyd was. People don't realize that wasn't no prime. That wasn't even a prime version of Floyd. That was actually slow, older man, broken hands Floyd, and he still dusted him. So if we talk about when they keep bringing that up, oh well, if and like I said, not the hate on dude that said that, but he was like 8 years. 8 years, what? So no, like you said, if Floyd in shape, if he could get himself into shape, I would take him over him now. To be honest,
If he could get himself in whatever fight shape that he needs to be, and still fleet of foot, I'd still pick it. It's just there's some things that Canelo, there's some styles that have just got Canelo's number, and that type of style, it's got a lot of people's number. Hence why he's probably ain't been beaten anyway, Floyd. But like people just need to call a spade a spade. And let's be telling the truth out here. I wonder do you know what, UGC Flame? I wonder what stance Bud fights Canelo in. I was saying that, and I think it's safe to say that I think that he's just going to do the whole fight southpaw.
I was about to say, I think, yeah, we'll just do that.
Yeah. What do you think, Eduardo? Southpaw? He'll switch?
the switching thing for him, I don't even know why he does it. It's. I know he can, but the left hand is so much more dominant. It's like literally like the left side is 100, and then the left side, I mean the right side, because he can do it, is like 70 something.
70, yeah. But I think if it's warranted for at any reason at any point in the fight, he may get off a few shots like that and then maybe switch back if only necessary. But I know he feels more confident just being southpaw. I know that.
In the southpaw stance, he's invincible. Every time he's been hurt or had any difficulty is when he's in the orthodox.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But what I'm saying is, I think he could get away with doing that because Canelo's so slow. So if it warrants a little bit of confusion, not to really do a lot of damage, but just to do confusion and get maybe, I think Bud would do it because Canelo, it's not like you're fighting someone that's, Errol Spence was a pressure fighter, but Errol Spence is a young lad and could come forward very quickly. So I think Bud just thought, well, I'm just going to do this all in southpaw and be at my best. But I think he could at a time switch on Canelo just to throw
First
him
couple
off.
of rounds come out orthodox just to confuse him a little bit,
I don't
and then
think he
go
even
switch
does.
over.
I don't even think he does a full round. I'm literally thinking like kind of like what Madrimov does, and Madrimov switches mid stance. He'll throw some shots and then change stance while he's throwing the shots, which is quite impressive with Madrimov. If you go back and watch Israel Madrimov's fights, I haven't really seen a lot of people being able to do that, and his one's just not a look, and he does it mid combo. He'd be getting shots off and then changes the stance. Like he starts off one stance, starts getting the shots off, and changes stance while he's that. Listen, Linda, that's epic. Yeah. So I don't know if can throw Canelo off just like fleetingly like that. I wouldn't. I would hope that he wouldn't go and do it. I would hope that he wouldn't just go and do it off the cusp and just stay there for like 2 rounds, because I think that he needs to. I think he needs to because Bud starts off slow and so does Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
So them both knowing that about each other, do you now think they're both going to try and start fast? Because it's best for Bud to just start, because they're going to try and rob. So I forget like too much of a look. I need you to look for one round.
Yeah, the fight is in the balance. Every fight round that he goes, when the activity isn't it up, he loses those rounds by default. He's going to lose those. So you don't want to be in a situation where you go down 4 rounds against Canelo because you're kind of filling him out. If you do that with him, you're going to have to do something spectacular in the last. Because if he gets 3 gift rounds where you're kind of not doing anything, they'll find a way to rob you.
Yeah.
And to me, a fight that you won and you get in a draw is a robbery.
But do you think that because Terence Crawford is the house fighter, do you think that goes against Canelo, and that if there are close rounds, will they give it to Crawford and not Canelo? I just want it to be. By the way, guys, I'm not in for robberies. I just want it to be fair. But I'm just at the end of the day, it's real in the field. We don't know
where these judges are coming from. That's the problem
I
I have.
happens when people just get robbed. Say that again, Edward.
I said we don't know where these judges are coming from, so even him being a house fighter don't mean anything. I mean, let's keep it a buck. If we see one says he's from Mexico, we already going in our mind. Like I hate to say it, but we're gonna be like, that's a Canelo judge. We already know.
No, I don't think they can have that wherever. I want to say
it's going to be picked by the belts. So sanction bodies are probably going to bring their own judges in based on whatever however criteria they pick them for a undisputed fight.
So AJ, can you have a Mexican judge then if there's a Mexican fighter?
I wouldn't.
I thought they wouldn't have done that.
No, what they'll do is if he has a Mexican judge, they'll have a United States judge. That's how they try to balance it.
Balance it out. Yeah.
And then one random from anywhere.
Yeah, from like the UK or something. Yeah.
The third judge neutral.
Yeah, neutral. I think that would be cool. I mean, if you want to.
I say put all neutral judges.
I'll put all neutral judges. Fuck it. Yeah, we don't want no controversy, man.
Wait, this fight is in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's going to be an American judge, and it's going to be someone like being here. They're not going to allow nobody outside. There might be one dude from Australia, maybe. No, or they'll do it. This is what I just thought about. They'll have one from Canada, one from the U.S., and one from Mexico, and call that even.
Yeah. Or maybe one from Canada. Yeah, you're right.
Which could all be suspicious, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You ever hate Arlette? It just depends who could still be on the take. AJ, what's your take on what Canelo has to do to beat Bud?
Pretty much. I say he needs to really go back to just how he was a few years back, if that's possible.
AJ, that's answered a bit too much. So can you rewind it back in time? Like,
get the fuck out of here, man. It's my night.
How are you doing that, AJ?
I mean, he just really needs to just pressure button and just really punch everywhere, arms. Try to really break him down and grind him down.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can think of for Canelo to win the fight. Just march him down, walk him down, and try to break him down and stop him.
I haven't. Yeah, maybe we get a rejuvenated Canelo to do that. I mean, he's got a power advantage.
Yeah.
We know that. And because I think Crawford was saying, that he's got, he's powerful. But if we see Canelo land a shot on Crawford and Crawford, for some reason, doesn't wobble, then it's a long night for Canelo.
Yeah.
That's what I'm ready to see. But if I see Crawford buckle, then
how he takes Canelo's punches, or how he'll respond to him.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see that. I'm intrigued to see how Canelo's punches are received by Crawford and vice versa, because people always think it's one way. Like it's always like it's one way. Well, Canelo's got okay. Oh, he didn't do anything to Madrimov. Well, he did. If you look at Madrimov's face at the end of that fight, just because he didn't drop him, he did pound out his face. Look at Madrimov's face at the end of that fight. So let's not act like we couldn't. There's things haven't been done until they've been done. Everyone was like Errol Spence. He ain't been down. He ain't lost. He ain't this. And I was like, there's a first time for everything. There's a first time for everything. And I'm not saying that Bud puts Canelo down. I don't. I would like to see. I would like to see if that could happen. I would like to see if Canelo puts down Bud, because what we do know is that Canelo puts down the fighters, but they don't stay down.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't. And then I've seen people go, yeah, well, they were bigger fighters. Well, they wasn't. One was Jamel Charlo, who's a 154 pounder. I don't care how you want to slice it, dice it. He was smaller, right? He was smaller, but yes, he was.
It's funny because all like
Yeah.
his past 6 fights that have gone the distance, the only people he didn't drop were Triple G and William Skull.
Yeah. 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 Shouts out, Darius. Thank you for the subscription, just based on the accent. Yeah, I mean, Edward, what do you think about the power levels? Sir Senior, what up, Doe? Eduardo, is he there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
So,
Power levels.
as far as what, like, I'm sorry, it's the question.
He's blanking out. What the power difference? And what do you think? How is it going to look for Bud receiving a Canelo punch, or Canelo receiving a Bud punch? What do you think?
I see. Okay, so I have different layers of how I describe power, especially for these weights. Like for Floyd, at some point in time, when he got to the bigger weights, I called it like well, this is some southern mess, but wet belt powder, or like if you got hit with a wet belt, that type of pain. Like, yeah, it's not gonna knock you out, but it hurts. And I see, like, at this size, at Floyd, Bud going to 168, it's gonna be like him hitting Canelo in the face with a wet belt, and it's gonna fucking hurt. So it may not be concussive, but I'm sorry, after 12 rounds of getting popped in the face like that, it's gonna be extremely, like, I'm not gonna be surprised if Canelo's face is swollen up a little bit. He's not gonna be dazed or anything, but Canelo, I mean, look, people can get mad. I'm gonna keep it a buck. They're not gonna take. They're willing. I feel like, because we know the history of that gym. They're willing to get an after fight test fail for him to get some extra power. And I just feel like if he does hit Bud consecutively, he could knock him out. The only way I see him winning is a knockout. He has to go for broke, and I feel like they may give him some extra boost to allow him to do that. Because at the end of the day, we all seen what happened when guys get caught afterwards of cheating. They still say, "Oh, I can't unsee that." So I guess if he somehow pulls some crap out of Ben and knocks out Bud, everybody be like, "Well, I can't unsee that," and so it's going to be the same nonsense. But I think that's the only chance he has. But I think Bud is way too smart for that. He's not going to allow it to happen.
Yeah, yeah.
Payday. You want payday? I know that.
Yeah. So what you thinking? It would be bad if Canelo tested positive for any fighter on this, because that did get brought up on the Piers Morgan thing. Piers Morgan said, "Well, Canelo, you did pop basically," and straight away, when that's mentioned, Canelo starts getting very fidgety. He hates that being, well, then you shouldn't have cheated, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, and
Your whole gym is a cheat gym. So why are we sitting here playing a game? You could have not cheated. You knew what you were doing, and so you put that stain on your legacy. So you can deal with it. And like I said, we all try to pretend like it's not a factor, but it is. We don't know how many fights he was getting knockouts where we were like, we even go back on Margarito. He only got caught in one fight, but we know full well he was cheating before then. So, I mean, the thing about it is, and they actually changed the rules so he continued to cheat. I mean, so it's like, let's keep it real. Why we would hate it, and as real fans, be like, oh, he got caught. But like I said, we seen what happened with Devin Haney after a dude got caught cheating with him, and everybody kept talking about, well, he couldn't get out the way of that punch.
We can't unsee it now.
Yeah, we can't unsee it, dude. He cheated, bro. He and then we seen after that what happens when he can't cheat. He got beat by a remedial fighter. I like Rolly and all, but Rolly is a remedial fighter, and he got beat by him.
Hate it.
Oh, sorry. Let's go again. A bit louder for the people in the back that didn't hear me. Cooking with Sir Senior, what up, guy? He says Bud could literally fight Canelo almost the same way he fought EJ and walk away with the win. Let's talk about that. Do you think that's possible?
Test your might. Test your luck.
Who wants to attack that question?
I was gonna let AJ jump in first since I just finished.
Oh, what was the question again?
AJ, what are you doing? Are you awake?
I'm awake. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
It's on the
multitasking.
screen. You're multitasking. I know when you men are trying to do that. It's you guys can only do one thing at a time. It's really bad.
Sorry.
It's really no. All men are like that. Don't just do unless you're apologising for all men because they will do it on your behalf. AJ's apologising. It's crazy. Why can't you guys multitask?
I got to work on it.
They're just not. No, it's not possible for men to do it. It's just not. No matter how much you work on it, you're not going to be able to do it. I don't know. It's only women that can do that. That's a trait that
My
women
brother's
seem to
actually
do
great at
very well.
it. He must be. He's doing exceptionally.
Well, we're gonna have to ask your brother what's the keys to those victories, mate. Why you can do it? He's gonna have to teach you. But Cooking with Sir Senior said Bud can literally fight Canelo almost the same way he fought EJ and walk away with the win. What do you feel about that, AJ? Yay, nay? Don't think so.
I don't really think so. I think that Canelo is more nuanced.
Different.
And he's not Spence. Of course, he's a more effective pressure fighter than Spence is. I would
About to interject.
I don't know. Is Canelo a better pressure fighter than Spence?
I rank him above Spence.
Because Spence is only a pressure fighter. Canelo's a better, obviously, because he's a counter puncher and boxer. But I don't know if he's a better pressure fighter than Spence.
There's a lot more.
No, he's not. Spence mows you down at a pace, and Spence keeps building up throughout. Spence doesn't usually flail out. Canelo does.
Well, let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. There's a lot more wrinkles to Canelo's game than Spence has. In my opinion, I mean, maybe not a.
He's a better boxer.
Yeah,
Canelo's a better boxer. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, because that's the pressure fighter because that's just how he's been fighting for his last few fights.
Yeah, basically. Have you noticed? This is. I'm sorry. I'll let you finish your thought. Let me just remember that you said that as well. Yeah, I wanted to just say. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, there's he has been fighting that way for his last a lot of his last fights. That's just why it's a pressure fighter, but there's just a lot more things that Spence could do. Canelo could do better than Spence. So that's why I don't think that would exactly work. But it's gonna have to take a more mental approach. Yeah, I believe just to win.
Yeah. When did you guys notice that Canelo kind of more transitioned more into a pressure fighter and less of a counter puncher?
When he started his super middleweight campaign.
Yeah, that's when I noticed it.
I'd say with the Callum Smith he started fighting like that, and he hasn't really changed much because before that, and then the Danny Jacobs fight, he was boxing in that fight.
Yeah, he was boxing Jacobs. Yep, that's right. So, what would you think is the reason why he turns from counter puncher to pressure fighter? Anybody got?
Probably because he was fighting much bigger guys.
So, because he's fighting bigger guys, he just turned into a pressure fighter, not the counter.
Yeah, probably, most likely. I could be wrong, but that might guess.
Would that make sense? I would think that maybe that he would more want to hang back in the cut, AJ, as a counter puncher and let with the bigger guy. No,
it was
go towards the bigger guy, or maybe.
I'm sorry, I just say that because it was working. He was winning effectively.
Yeah.
So, and plus, plus all these guys. All these guys in super middleweight were a lot taller and longer than he was. So
so therefore, he decides to be the pressure fighter against.
Yeah. So it didn't really serve him well to elect and stay back and box like he was in middleweight. So he had to close the gap on these taller and bigger guys.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm trying to think of the physicality thing, something that's changed.
Hope that makes sense now, by the way.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, is it a physicality thing that's changed? But the pressure, being a pressure fighter is more aggressive than being more. You exert more energy being a pressure fighter than a counter puncher. But we can see he's lost a step or two. So I'm trying to figure out. But even though he's doing the pressuring, it's not the same level of intensity as it was in the super middle undisputed run. It's meaning like he's not throwing like he's always but he's super duper economical now with his shots.
Yeah, he is.
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's throwing less. He's accurate when he does throw.
He
right?
picks his shots very carefully now.
Yeah, he's accurate when he does throw. He picks his shots right. He's really accurate when he does throw. But then I've seen him when it's fighters like, like the Floyds, the Bivels, even Bivol, made him miss the stuff that he did hit Bivol a lot, but when he missed and Bivol was like, the lateral movement, the constant lateral movement, and he was getting very frustrated because Canelo loads up on his shots. He's not going to need to. He shouldn't want to load up on every shot when you're going to fight Bud. For the mere fact, that's why he tends to gas by fourth.
Yeah, you should exert waste a lot more energy.
Yup, you lose more energy, especially when you miss shots. And if Bud can make him miss a lot of shots, because I know Canelo is going to want to load up. It's going to be on Cinco de Mayo, and he's going to want to. But remember, he lost to Bivol on his single. That's the only time he does fight. So if he lost on that, and that was a big event. Remember, that was a massive event, and yeah, the way he lost there, I know he's going to want to basically throw some hard punches to get Bud out of dodge, and I don't know if that's going to be a good thing to do. Sometimes people want to overperform when they're at home, I don't know. I just hope the right boxer wins. A lot of corrupt judging.
That's all I want to do.
But yeah, I hope for the end of the day, I'm not
really
really too keen on this guy.
I won't argue. Whoever wins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. First time for everything promotions in the Buddhism. That's true. Yeah, that's true. There's a first time for everything, man. And what could be the first times? What could be the first times for Canelo versus the first times for Crawford? That could happen. Go ahead. You guys are making me do the talking. Go ahead, Edward.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I just want to expand real quick, if you don't mind, before I answer that question.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
About why, okay, so I guess I could once fell asleep. So, mentioning him fighting him like he did Spence, I feel like that is possible, mainly because Spence pressure is based on more speed. So the truth be told, Canelo's not going to be moving nearly as fast. His chin will be sturdier, exceptionally sturdier. But at the end of the day, if you're still just popping a dude in the face, just because he's not falling, doesn't merely mean anything. Because I feel like the way he did fight in that fight would be perfect. He did step back and throw a straight jab into the face of, like I said, of a faster footed person who mainly only pressure fights. So Canelo, when he gets frustrated, when he can't catch up with you, that's when he starts to bending at the waist and all the theatrics and trying to lure you in. We've seen them do that with Bivol, who had a length advantage as well, which it didn't work. Of course not. We're talking about elite fighter. You're not going to bait me into coming in there because you can't catch me. And that leads into the pressure fighting thing. I think a lot of that is, it's not because the guys were bigger. I think there was a combination of things. One, the fighters that he had, quite a few of those fighters, like, let's be honest, when we started thinking about outside of maybe Golovkin, when he was moving up in the weight, especially like, those dudes didn't have no punching power. Even Kirkland didn't have no knockout power. It's like some of these dudes he was fighting. Look, Sanders, no knockout power. The guys we just mentioned, like, can we even think of the power puncher that he's fought of late?
That's a good.
I mean, maybe he went to pressure mode because he wasn't concerned about getting knocked out by any of them dudes, because none of them dudes to knock him out.
True. Who's the Jaime Munguiza But
Let's
I
be
know
real.
you're saying
Jaime was
in
coming up in
general.
weight, and he hasn't never knocked out nobody that size.
Yeah, I'm just saying in general, for real, there isn't. Who's been the big punchers? AJ.
Ryder wasn't.
The big punchers. Who's the big punchers?
Yeah.
Once it, like I said, once you eliminate the Golovkin fights where he had the box, there's those dudes that he's fighting. There, none of them have significant knockout power.
Triple G's a big puncher, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. But you see how he fought him. He didn't pressure Triple G.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Well,
actually, he didn't look
no.
good
In
anyway.
the first fight, he tried, didn't he?
The second fight he did.
No, the second fight he did. The
after.
first fight he tried to box. Yeah.
So I feel like that's a huge part of it. Is he's less concerned with the power coming back, but on top because let's put it up. And when he moved up to Bivol, he didn't pressure fight Bivol. He couldn't.
No, he didn't. He couldn't.
He did, but it didn't work. It didn't work.
Well, he tried, but I mean, it wasn't as
because he couldn't hurt him. He couldn't hurt him.
And he realized that Bivol isn't a massive puncher, but he's still a respectful puncher.
Yeah.
And that's when Canelo's head was getting whipped back, and he was like, "Oh, okay." Yeah.
And see, that's why he thought he was going to be able to pressure him because he thought it was less power. So that's the thing about it. But also, I guess another nuance of that is the bigger guys have more length. So he's already a shorter guy, so he had to get closer. Sitting back in boxing, he would just get outpointed by every fighter he fought. So, but like I said, so the lack of power on the other end, and also he had to get a little bit closer. But that's it. So I can't think of a significant threat that he fought that could knock him out. I mean, because he didn't want to fight Beterbiev. I mean, I feel like at 175, Beterbiev possibly could have stopped him at that time if he had fought him, but he wouldn't. So that's it. Outside of those fighters, if you think about 168, 175, there's no significant hard hitters in those divisions.
Well, there's Christian and Billy. Now, there's
Diego Pacheco.
But he ain't fighting none of them dudes. Let's keep it real.
I said that already. He ain't gonna fight. Yeah, he ain't gonna fight them.
Yeah, he ain't gonna fight them. He ain't. He's that's why he's thinking of a Christian Eubank Jr. He's not a big puncher. He's not pillow fisted, but he's not a big puncher. And that's why he maybe doesn't want. But would you say David Benavidez is not a big puncher at 175 because he ain't knocked nobody out?
No, he's a cumulative fighter.
Yeah. I think Callum Smith is a big puncher.
Stop no one.
Than he is.
And just a reference that when I'm saying Kirkland, I'm talking about that Kirkland he fought with no Wolf as his trainer. He's a cumulative fighter as well, fighting a bigger Canelo, and he didn't even have the proper trainer for it. And we seen him get stopped by some dude in Japan that had no punching power. I mean, so that's real. And Kirkland may have had knockouts, but they were cumulative knockouts where he needed that engine going. He wasn't able to do it in that Canelo fight.
Right. Do you want to answer LR9 vlogs? What power punchers Crawford face or Gamboa?
Okay, well, since you're going to ask a question, it's kind of like irrelevant because it doesn't matter. But the thing about it is, at the end of the day, we're not trying to say that Crawford changed his style for something. We're just asking why he changed his style. I'm saying the reason he changed his style is because those fighters didn't have power punching.
Mean Machine was a big puncher.
Yep, he was. That's true. He was. Put Crawford on the deck.
Julian Ndongo was still a big puncher.
Yep, he was at that time.
Yeah, at that time.
Cavalasquez made him take a knee.
Yeah. Ricky Burns was a bigger lad. Was a really big lad at the time. I'm trying to think if he was a. Well, he fucked up Manny Pacquiao, didn't he? So I mean, he was. I mean, yeah, he has faced punches. I'm afraid. LR9 vlogs. Go ahead, anyway. What are you saying?
No, that's what I'm saying. So Crawford's the reason why he's facing people that are bigger punchers because he's consistently finding people that are getting bigger and bigger than him. And that's the thing about it. So even in the Gamboa fight, I mean, you could say what you want, but Gamboa did hit him with significant shots, and he did hit. Gamboa was a Cuban national with heavy hands. So that's the thing about it. There's nobody that we can think of after a certain point. And I did give him Golovkin. So, I mean, you guys can't act like, but while you're asking, like what somebody mentioned or where I disagree, well, just name a name, drop a name in the chat of significant heavy puncher he fought outside of Golovkin. since he's moved up into this weight division. And like I said, even Jaime Munguia got put past it because Jaime is another dude that had to blow up to come up there.
Canelo fought Kovalev. He's a massive puncher.
True. I guess I
know,
can't.
but there was reasons, you know, he got
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like we got puncher on paper, but we know what condition Kovalev was in that fight, man.
Yeah, he was nearly 40 as well.
So yeah, I guess that's enough. But was it that before Golovkin or was that? Oh, that was after. That's right.
That was after.
But even then, like I said, so that's still the same situation because that Kovalev he fight is that the one that was fighting like. If he was at a point in time where he couldn't deliver the power no more.
He's still knocked out Anthony Yard though. Anthony Yard was knackered, but I mean he's still a big puncher. We still have to give him.
I'll give him that. Yeah, okay. So that's two of the. How many fight has he had at 160 plus? Two of the fighters are power punchers.
Yeah, out of a 65 fight career, could be. Yeah, we're struggling.
I mean, he's had at least what 10 to 15 up in these upper divisions. So that's a couple of guys. One that we know that clearly was over the hill, and then like I said, Golovkin, he didn't pressure fight him. So that's why I was saying the guys he pressured. I'm like I said, we went through him. Plant, Ryder, Saunders, the guy he just fought, Skull. I mean, he's pressuring these guys. And even now that take it back, Jaime Munguia, he didn't pressure him. Jaime Munguia, he hit with counter punches.
Yeah, he didn't pressure. Jaime is the pressure fighter. And he just countered. Yeah, he just countered. Canelo just countered him. Yeah. What's BS, Arlette? Which bit? Are you talking about our blogs? Or, yeah, guys, can you hit the like button? Please, por favor. Muchas gracias. Yeah, which is BS? Let me know so I can ask the question. But yeah. Anything else?
That's all, folks.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
Big pinch. You didn't want to fight Andrade either, because he's.
Where the hell is he at? What happened to him?
Canelo didn't want to fight him either.
I was like, what happened to Andrade? Like, what the hell?
I don't know.
Oh, what the hell?
How old is he now? How old's Andrade now? 37. 37?
Yep.
38? 37.
37.
Oh, he's not as old as I thought. God, man, what a waste of career. What happened to Andrade, didn't it? Where did he go?
He got beat by David, and that's it. That's
there's not even an update on it. I haven't even seen him on an interview at all, man.
I feel sorry for you, Prime. Your allegiance, these humans. The trouble with loyalty to a cause is that the cause will always betray you.
Yeah, now I said that. Where has he gone? Not an interview. Nothing. Nothing. Yeah. You need to try and see the hunt for Andrade. Thought he'd get paid. What does that mean?
Somebody had made it a comment saying that Kovalev didn't get paid in that fight because Arlette was like, he got paid to get set down. And I was like, he thought he was getting paid when he sat down. That's what I meant. Like, so he didn't get paid afterwards, baby, but he thought at the time he was getting paid. So he did take the knee.
Yeah. Crawford sees face wash fighters. Interesting. Have you gone through the actual people that Crawford fought, if that they were washed? Because it was a lot of undefeated champs, mate. So
that's going to be that's a new. You hear they all talking about trying to bring across Crawford's resume. Like, here we go with the same nonsense again.
He ain't fought washed fighters. He hasn't fought washed fighters like in his entirety. That's the basis of his entire career. AJ, are you there?
I'm here. I agree with you.
Yeah, for the entirety of his career. So he's fought washed fighters. Okay.
All right.
What's he at, like 50 fights, 45 fights? I mean, what's
no, Crawford hasn't had 50 fights. No,
yeah, I mean, what's he at, like 40 something?
No, he's like 40, 41.
It's funny because the more shade they throw on Bud, the more they're
I
making
know,
you look.
showing that you're nervous.
Well, not only that, it's like the more they're shitting on like this,
That
the
means
Canelo,
if Canelo beats him, then
then
that
it
means
means
don't
nothing.
give him the
It means
victory,
nothing.
then,
It means nothing.
hermano. Okay, yeah, because
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
means it means
if his
nothing.
record's so washy, why do you fight David Benavidez? Why are we even seeing this fight if all that's? I mean, you guys got to keep it real with yourself.
If his record's so washed, who did Anthony Yildirim fight? If his record was so washed, who's really fucking
Yeah, I mean,
William
If
Skull
Crawford never beat anybody
fought?
elite, could we really
Who's
give
William
Canelo credit
Skull
for
fought,
beating him?
mate?
Then,
Let's go. Yeah. What'd you say, AJ? Go ahead.
no, if Crawford never beat anybody elite, then should we give Canelo credit if he wins?
No, according to these lots, mate. You know,
They're trying to undercut somebody who's the only
it's
like
because they're
literally
nervous.
a 4-belt era about to be a 3-time undisputed, which you can't name. There's no fighter you can name that's done that in the modern day. But now we're trying to discount it. Let's be real.
You know it, I know it. You guys sound hella nervous.
In the
Yeah, don't cry. And don't cry when he gets beat. You lot, when Canelo gets beat, don't cry. Or if Canelo's, just say, all right, if Canelo beats Crawford, I don't want to see you lot celebrating, because according to you, Crawford's a bum. He's not fought anybody. He's only fought washed up fighters. He's too small. He's too this. He's not great. He's not that. So if Canelo beats him, guys, I don't want to see you lot fucking getting out a mariachi band and fucking bachataing, okay? And salsaing. Let's not do that, shall we not? Yeah, we won't be doing that, will we? Okie dokes. Yes, yeah.
Because here's the crazy part: we can, if we negate the sides and we go by just resume, low key, this is, I mean, this will be Canelo's best victory. I mean, let's keep it a buck. Who on his record can we say got the resume of Crawford?
Or the
I
accomplishment.
mean, yeah. Go ahead, AJ. You answer.
I was saying I was agreeing. I was saying over the accomplishments, really.
Yeah, no one that's accomplished as much as. Yeah. We don't see if you mariachi. Yeah, and yeah. Don't bring them out. Yeah, don't bring them out. I don't want to see any celebrations, because, but according to you, Bud's a bum. So you know that's what you painted him out to be. So don't celebrate. You know, it's the funny thing is that you guys really tend to try ruin like what good fights are about, because you know why you're ruining it, because the guy that you lot are gargling his ball bags, you know, he's actually out there that gives Bud all the credit, even before even about this fight. He was always picking Bud. I've seen Canelo come out on record multiple times of saying how much of a great fighter. So if the guy that you're backing isn't saying that Bud's a bum, why are you?
Facts.
That's how I know you're nervous. Shouts out.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it kind of reminds me, Chan. You remember when
this guy doesn't understand what I'm saying.
When Bud and Spence were going to fight?
Go ahead.
Like,
yeah, and you saw all of the Spence fans.
Well, no, I mean, one Spence fan in the comment, like I said that Bud was going to snap Spence in the 9th or 10th round, and I got called delusional. Shows how much I know, huh?
No, but you know that's good though, because like I said, now they're trying to bring up Spence, and even Coppinger had to give Spence and say that was an elite win for him, because it was. So I hate when people try to now downgrade. Like, let's be real, Spence was a unified three belt champion,
and he was on a pound for pound list.
Yeah, he was elite. So and Bud stopped him, easy work. So you guys now they were like trying to act like that's not elite, just because you fight somebody and you make them not elite because you're just that better, doesn't make them not elite anymore.
If you make them not look elite, then it doesn't.
Because by that mentality, I could have just, that's why they started. That's the Floyd talk with the Canelo fight. Oh, well, Canelo was the race. No,
yeah,
he just made it look horrible.
Look elite against Bivol. Canelo didn't look elite against Skull. he didn't look. He hasn't looked elite for a long time then, because of even he's got the win. So what's good for the goose, guys, is what we're saying is good for the gander. So where you apply it here, we'll apply it over there. It's not rules for me and not for thee over here. This is stats, facts, and data that we do here. You know what I mean? And you don't need to handle the truth.
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
The truth is left to be dizzy. You don't want to live in delusions of grandeur. But shouts out to y'all. You know, we don't, on this channel, we don't do deluded. We don't. Yeah, Spence was elite. Yeah, at least you've said that, you know. At least you can, you know, I knew that hurt you. That one hurt to bring that out, but you couldn't go against it. You couldn't go against it. You couldn't, could you? There was a lot of you. Bud fought another unified undefeated champ. You may not rate him. Ondongo at 140 was a unified undefeated champ. He's fought. Do you know that Errol Spence has fought no undefeated champs and undefeated on his whole run? We did the resume deep dive. We really did it.
We sure did.
We really did it. And when we did the resume deep dive, when we found out Bud actually had the better quality of fighter than Errol Spence by that time. Errol Spence had the names. Bud had the quality. Anyway, don't play. We go and check it out on the playlist. So going by that metric, there's a few people that, you know, that Bud had fought like that. So, you know, and if it was... So if Bud is such a bum, I'm just waiting for Canelo to be a 2-division undisputed champ in the 4-belt era, because after Bud beats him, it's going to be free. So get ready, mis hermanas and mis hermanos.
I don't bet, but I put money down.
Yeah. I guess people could put money down both ways to seal to maximise the chance of them winning. But Canelo's the fave, though, so you wouldn't win as much, would you? So,
I mean, I'm sure the odds are going to increase during the fight, like hopefully upcoming to the fight. Like, you know.
Yeah, I think it goes up and down, up and down. Yeah, I think it does go up and down. But yeah, I think that's where we are. I'm definitely gonna do a breakdown and, you know, fight. There's some things that are going on and as well some good things. So I will do a style for style breakdown. We will be back. What fights are on this Saturday?
Stand by.
Yeah.
I know we got Christian and Billy on Friday. I think that's on Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and Billy's
He'll be
fighting.
back.
Who's he fighting?
Maciej Szeliecki. Yeah, for the interim WBC title at Super.
Szeliecki didn't he fight?
He
supposed to fight Jamal Charlo and it got pulled.
Yeah, a long time ago, I believe. Yeah. A few years back, I believe. Yeah, that fight happened.
Yeah.
But then he fought Diego Pacheco in like his one of his last 2 fights. He got knocked out. Yeah. But then he came back and beat and knocked out Ali Akhmedov, who was another contender. So, you know, so he's back. So now he's gonna fight Billy, so that should be prettly good.
Okay, that's on Friday on DAZN then, right?
ESPN Plus for us.
Oh, so that's on Sky for us. Then.
Yep. Then other we have Deontay Wilder, but I won't be watching. So.
Oh no, Edward, as the resident Deontay Wilder supporter, are you going to pay your money to watch that Deontay Wilder fight? Because
it's on some little pay-per-view app. No, I'm not.
Absolutely not. It's on pay-per-view.
Still fighting to this day.
Yeah.
To this day. To this day. You just sit here, you don't know what I'm...
Yeah, throw that far. How dare they make that fucking pay-per-view?
They don't have no carrier for it. Yeah, when I seen the thing, and he was talking about it's on like some kind of little small pay-per-view app. It's not even...
No, I think it's on DAZN.
It's on something called the Combat.
Yeah, it's on some little small app. It's not even like no pay-per-view fight like that. It's like a pay-per-view app. No, it's on a small little. Like if you can't go to the fight in person, you got to buy tickets on the little pay-per-view app. It's and it's more like an access. Like I think it's like $5 or something like that.
Oh, it's only like $5 that you could watch it. I mean, if it's $5 to watch it, I mean, I'd pay $5 just to watch. But I mean, yeah, I thought Beats said it was on. It ended up to be going. No, he might have been wrong then. It
No,
was
because
on
I heard
Channel.
Wilder just talking about it a couple days ago. It's on
Yeah.
it. Now I
So
think
you
about it.
can
Yeah, I think it is only $5. I guess I'll go ahead and pay for it. I just thought in my mind, not the fact that I didn't want to pay for
I
it, just
thought it was going to be like $80 or
the
like
median
whatever
is
he was
on. It's
charging.
like, Joe, what? I don't even remember what the
Oh
app
yeah,
name
I won't be
was.
able to. I won't be able to do it then
It's like
if
the
it's on
Global
an app.
Combat Collective is doing the fight. The promotional company is doing the fight.
Yeah, I won't be able to get the app then, ain't it? Would I? Is it? Is it an app on the phone? You mean you can get it on your phone?
I think it's on your phone. Yeah, it's like you
Yeah.
go in there, you get
Well,
to get
show me what it's called at. So send me like what it's called, and I'll have a look
Yeah,
at
now I
it.
think I'll take that back. My bad. I won't go ahead and buy it, I guess.
But still, does
Because $5.
Wilder divide my $5 for that fight? He's only gonna. Who's this geezer that he's fighting?
So
What's
some
his
journeyman
stat?
/ gatekeeper.
Tune up.
Yeah, so
It's it's
Okay.
in Kansas somewhere. It's not even
I was in Kansas.
yeah,
yeah,
Oh
which I
God,
don't
it's
know
getting
why they
worse.
didn't have at least down here in Tuscaloosa. There's no
They should have
sports
just
going
had it
on.
in Alabama at that point.
Yeah,
Because
they
go
should have had
from
it in
there.
Tuscaloosa. There's no football or basketball. The stadiums are all open right now, but I don't.
Maybe is that journeyman from there then? Why is it there?
I
Maybe it's
don't.
just easy for logistics, money wise. I don't know. It
That's
has
what
to
it
do with
is because they
budget.
have
Yeah.
actually. It's probably in a casino or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it has to do with the
Because they don't
budget that
have
they're
betting
working
here.
with.
That's why if you go to Georgia or Alabama, there's no betting. So they put it in places where it's like legal to bet. Like it might have been in Mississippi because they have a lot of casinos there as well.
Yeah. Okay. So that's on Friday. That's on. When's that on? Is that this Friday?
Friday, yeah.
Okay, and then I'm gonna watch it. We're watching Christian and Billy at the end of the day. I mean, who's fighting again? Is it and Billy fighting?
And Billy, yeah.
Yeah. I'd rather watch that. I'm afraid. Yeah. Oh, no, it's on BLK Prime. Lisa's saying. Yeah, that's what it's on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
Beat said.
Okay.
It's on BLK Prime. You know.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it.
Yeah. I remember now. Yeah. For sure.
It's on BLK Prime. Yeah, the one that Bud fought on when he fought Avenition.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The stream platform is actually kind of cool.
How did I watch that though when he fought Avenition?
That was on Black Prime. That was on Black
Prime.
Prime.
Yeah, I know. I don't have the app. How did I watch it though?
I went directly to the website and bought it.
Yeah, I must have had to have done that.
Yeah, that's what I did. I went on my computer. So
yeah, I must have had to have done that. I can't. It's so long ago now.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what you're fighting on BLK Prime. Yeah, that's where it was. Sorry, it wasn't DAZN. It was BLK Prime.
But that's for the vacant interim title at 168. And Billy's fighting for which is pointless because you're gonna be waiting for God knows how long probably by the WBC. You're not.
Oh yeah, because I mean, Canelo's holding up the division.
Yeah, so like, what's the point? Like, what's the point of fighting for that interim title?
Fighting for that shit, then you're gonna have to. Whoever wins pays a sanctioning fee to, like a seat warmer. Seat warming.
You know what I realized? I think they drum up these interim titles because like they probably know like right off the bat. Like, not only to get sanctioned fees, but it's like, okay, well, we're probably not going to have our guy fight him anyway. So when he moves or drops the belt, we'll just upgrade him to champ.
Yeah, they just make them email champs.
Yeah.
Richard Torres beat up. Who did Richard Torres beat up? Teach.
In his last fight,
because Torres is the heavyweight geezer.
Oh yeah, right. The opponent, Richard Torres beat him. I'm not sure, and that's somebody who Richard Torres beat. Who Deontay's fighting.
Oh, I see.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. What up, Silvestri? We came a little late there. Okay. So Torres, so Wilder should just really knock him out, should he not?
Yeah, but that channel on Saturday, we also got Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez. Not interested in that fight, but I'm interested in a couple fights on the undercard.
So he actually Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. What? Where did he dig him up from?
Oh, you didn't know that was? Oh yeah.
I knew that fight was coming, but you know what I mean. I kind of had heard it, but I'm like, bro, like you might as well have fought who's the dude from Argentina? I mean, you should at least he's a like currently ranked fighter, the one that knocked out Williams. I can't think of his name. I always forget his name, but I mean, that would have been easy, but Julio Caesar chop, man, what? This dude was just trying to destroy his dad's legacy, man. I can't. He just, first of all, he ain't had no business being a boxer. Like, really, no, I'm not even gonna put it on him because this is dad. Like, you can't raise your son up in plush linens and expect him to be street tough. It don't make no sense.
Yeah.
And he has good wins, so I can't shit on him for that. But he's way past Jake Paul's.
His sell by date. He's way past his sell by date.
Yeah, he popped in Arizona. When was that? How long ago was that? Under that Eddie Hearn thing where he popped dirty and they moved the fights.
Well,
He should come into that fight super dirty. Whatever.
I mean, like I said, it's like I'm
probably
only
is. Jake
interested in a
Paul's
couple of
fight
fights in the
doesn't
undercard.
test either. Huh? Say that, Age?
I was only interested in a couple of fights in the undercard. Zerdo Ramirez versus Junio Dorticos, and Floyd Schofield. Yeah, Floyd Schofield versus Tevin Farmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still not buying it. I'm still not paying for the fight.
Wait, yeah, that's a pay per view. No, I'm gonna watch that on the replay.
Yeah, I'll watch that. Catch that on the flip side.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll pay for that.
Yeah, I'm catching it. Still not. Yeah, I'd still. Yeah, I'll catch that on the flip city side.
Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Yeah, we ain't watching that. We ain't staying up till late.
We have another fight in Canada. Oh, hello. Who's it? Oh, we got John Pascal versus Michael Cieslak.
John Pascal, he like 60 years old.
Good Lord, he's still around. He's fighting for an interim WBC title to a cruiserweight. What the hell is going on here?
Look, look, John Pascal, man.
I can't believe he's still around. That's crazy.
His signature win is good, but Bernard Hopkins like 20 years ago, he's still fighting, man.
30 years ago.
He actually won a fight a few years ago that I thought he got robbed in down in Florida, but it's crazy. He's still popping up.
He's 42. Wow.
He got punching power, but his boxing skills is oh my God. It's whatever.
God.
He's in Canada though. He might have a chance by robbery.
Yeah, by chance by robbery. It just looks like it's a weekend of just some weird fights.
I know you don't smoke weed. I know this. But I'm gonna get you high today.
A lot of times.
Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
I still ain't watching that fight on Friday.
Exactly. That's the description. I'm gonna be sipping on something and chilling. Cooking something on the grill if it don't rain too hard.
Yeah. Oh no, you've got a whole week of rain coming up, love.
That's it.
With electrical things coming out, the bolts of lightning coming out as well.
It's crazy down here.
I've seen your weather forecast. It's terrible. Every single day for about 7 days.
It's been like that consistently 4 or 5 days a week. It's thunderstorms. And yeah, think Arlette. It is Sergio Martinez. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, you got thunderstorms all day, every damn day. Like, damn, man. How come you lot have so many? Is that how your
No. It never rains past May normally. It never rains past May, but like I said, this is climate change at its finest. So I mean,
yeah, the world is shifting.
It's like 90 degrees outside and about to rain.
It's hot, but you're just having the thunderstorms, isn't it?
It's been knocking trees over. It's been all kind of issues. We actually had some tornadoes hit like a couple weeks ago. Tornadoes came through as well.
I'm like, Jesus Christ! It's just natural disaster after natural disaster.
I tried to shoot it with my gun, but it didn't do anything, so I went back in the house.
No, that's not gonna work. The gun get taken away in that cyclone, and you with it, and the house. You be clicking red sneakers, talking about there's no place like home. Trying to get back.
Dorothy up in his mug. I'm trying to tell you.
Dorothy up in his bitch. You know what I mean? So you gonna be man. And there's me and everyone. There's me in little island.
I could come out there where AJ was too much civil unrest. I ain't trying to be out there.
I'm cool where I'm at. I'm good where I'm at. It's calm where I live.
Yeah, it's calm where AJ is, isn't it?
It's wild everywhere.
It's wild. I know it's crazy. I'm seeing everything just turned upside down. Right now, I'm waiting for some rain. It went cooler for like 3 days, and then it's wrapped up. As I've been sitting there, I've already been bitten like 3 times, one on my face. I just get it. You know, after I shower, I have to actually spray the mosquito repellent, level 4, the highest level, jungle, to be able to go to sleep without getting bit, waking up bitten.
It makes sense. They got the hots for you. I'd bite you.
Oh, good one. I like that one. We like it. I like that. AJ, that was see time and negates power. You beat Edward on that one. Yeah, I mean, shouts out to you. Yeah, man, they be killing me, man. They're killing me though, man.
Negative.
Killing. They no, he beat you on that one. Speed negates power. Timing is everything. He beat you on there. He was ready. He said listo. Go ahead.
Listos pe los chingazos! Listos pe los chingazos!
Yeah, he was ready for you. He was ready for you the while.
Yeah, poor Caleb Plant. He lost to Resendiz, so not sure where he goes.
Oh God, he got fucked all the way up.
Yeah. It was like what happened to Galaga five, but kind of like a lot less worse, a little less worse, but almost the same.
He decides to stay on the island of PBC for just literally being inactive, and then that's their business, man. Like throw away the whole promotional company. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what that kind of sign they got lined with, where they just sit over there and do nothing. I seen Charlo pop his head up again. Fucking, I'm like, bro, y'all have literally wasted your whole career.
Your whole goddamn lives.
I can't believe Jamal Charlo was still unbeaten. That's crazy.
Nobody's beat him yet.
We know why. Let's be real.
He don't fight. He don't even get in the ring to get beat.
For real.
That's why he's just not fighting. These guys be on some super hiatus.
It's sad though, because somebody like him, you could tell he don't got nothing else going on outside of boxing. When boxing ends for him, his life it's a wrap. And I mean, I don't mean that to try to shit on him, but it's real though. It's like he don't got nothing else going on.
Yeah, then his brother saying that he's coming back to 154, and I'm like,
well, we don't believe you. You need more people.
I don't know about that, buddy.
Right.
If he was smart, if he really wanted to put himself in some kind of reality where you can redeem yourself, go to 160 and fuck around, try to become the undisputed. That's the weakest division in boxing. You could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to middle.
They got people.
Just go middle. Your brother's at super middle
now.
Yeah,
go to middle. Yeah, go to middle. Yeah.
Yeah, you could take over that. You could take over that division and make some. Because
that's at 54. We don't need him at 54, do we? 60 needs him.
Yeah, he needs to. It's time to just go ahead and do something different. You already been on that mountaintop. You got sacrificed to Canelo. Go to 160.
There's a lot of threat. There's a lot of threat middleweight. Sorry, for 154.
Loads of middleweight fights for him there.
I mean, but there's a lot of
lots of fights.
Yeah, but he could possibly become a middleweight champ, and then he would be 2 division. But I mean, there is a lot of competition right now, though, and he is getting on a bit. What is he? 34, 5?
35 now. Yeah.
Yeah, they got old quick, man. Damn.
Yeah, if he lost PVC and could get at least like 2 or 3 fights a year, he could do something. But if he stays over there, it's not going to. Nothing's going to happen.
You could be a middleweight champ then, like with what's going on. You're 35. You're inactive since Canelo. You ain't gave a fuck. Oh, these guys, man, they will kill the sport on that side of the Atlantic in one foul swoop. With all of this, I just feel that the money should just go down, and then it just gives them more reason, more incentives to not just retire and like you're retired without saying you're retired. Like it's pathetic. Just retire then and go. Stop keep peeping out like, hey, I'm coming back. And like, we don't care at this rate. It's the same reason like nobody cares about Cardi B bringing out this new album 7 years later.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we don't care.
Please get the fuck out of here, man. It's my night.
Hate it.
Yeah, we're not involved, man. We're not involved. Leave us alone, people. But yeah, so I just wanted to know what was going on at the weekend, and clearly there's cards. And we'll get onto some of them cards, but we'll look at them. But I mean, the pay-per-view ones, miss me with that. Miss me with it. Yeah, I can't be bothered to do the BLK. I'll catch Wilder the next day. He probably might just knock the dude out in the first or second round if he's rejuvenated like he said he is, that he can bring back his punch. And so really and truly, he might just be in the ring for like 3 minutes. Is it really worth it? Like, meeting.
They'll run it back. Yeah, like you said, it'll be ran back.
Staying up. It's not really worth me staying up in case I don't. You know what I mean? So it's like I just catch it to like the day after or the highlights until then. Do you know what I mean? And then with the other one, Jake Paul can't see me either. Nope. No sir, no ma'am. You ain't seeing me. You ain't seeing my money. Nope. Sorry, I don't care about Schofield that was doing his ducking shit with Shakur and fucked up the whole shit.
I hope Tevin beats his ass.
Fuck you, my guy. Yeah.
I'm rooting for Tevin in that fight.
Yeah, fuck you. Yeah. Tevin coming off like 3 back-to-back losses, in it.
I know, but I will say that he was actually like
he
really
good though. He's competitive.
He was really competitive
in those losses.
Yeah.
Dropped the Tater in the first fight, and had a close fight with Barataya.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully he just fucking shows Schofield and schools him in some shit.
I hope so.
Yeah, because I'm done with him and fucking dad. Hey, the black caller.
Big Mama Skull.
Shut
Big Mama.
Caller, brawler. You be dipping in the bins with the spoilers. Yeah, what up, Joe? Yeah, I mean,
is it Big Mama Skull or Big Auntie Skull? Which one?
Auntie Skull, Mama Ho.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been calling him loads of times, like Mama Ho, Auntie Skull, Mama Skull. Oh, it's so the dude be zesty. Yeah, Arlette, he's a loser. What? Yeah, talking about Wilder, innit? Yeah, we don't watch that shit, man. Fuck that shit. Yeah, Auntie Skull, Mama Skull. Pascal is a drug cheat. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he is a drug cheat. Yeah, he's still fighting now. That's what these are just telling me. Yeah, I mean, I ain't good. It rained all week. Yeah, I know NYC was having it crazy, but now you lot frying eggs on the street. Yeah. Yeah, go crazy, man. I don't know. The world's in a really economical, environmental like tilt. It's just all going wrong. It is. Mama Hofield. Yeah. Mama Hofield, Schofield, Joefield. Yeah, it's really the full disrespect is in the Buddhism. Yeah, he deserves it. He's just crazy. But yeah, so okay, I just thought I'd bring that from me to you and you to me. You relieved of duties. Thank you so much, KOK, for joining me on the panel in the Buddhism. AJ all day for joining me on the panel in the Buddhism. Any last things that you guys want to say before you sign the burger off?
I love you.
Oh, I love you even more. What do you want to say, Edward? It's going to be something sarcastic and terrible. I know. Go ahead. I know you.
Nah, y'all good. Peace out.
Thanks for joining me, Edward.
Y'all stay easy, man.
Yeah, till next time. Stay easy. Remember, make sure you got your backup generator ready to kiss out. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
We be thinking about you from our small island with the tropical heat right now. All right? Yeah. Leave us alone. We come in peace. We come and help you out. Just don't run us out like you did the last time. We'll come and help you with a generator too, coming from the British Empire. It's the least that we could do, okay? Bye now. See you later, AJ all day. Love you too. See you later. Mwah. See you later. Bye. Thank you so much. It's been fun. Thank you, babes. So, Eduardo's left the Buddhism. AJ all day's left the Buddhism. Guys, we can do the let me call out the members only roll call because I didn't do that for y'all and you deserve it. You deserve it. For my trusty members, because I love y'all like that, like this and like that and like this and I like that. All right, so let's go. Members only roll call. So we have the queen that never fails, my sister Lisa Bales. Stephen T. What up, Lady Chan? King, thank you for joining me. Wales' finest, Dr. P. Mark Niggity Nash TV. Mark, I need to call you. I need to call you back. I got you. Let me call you tomorrow. I'm really I promise. Or call me tomorrow. Love you, Mark. Virtuoso. Mi hermano también. Nesta Bedford. What up, Nesta? What up, bud? What up, gangster? Retro boxing and documentaries. We have Con Shawnery. Where are you, Con? We have Harlem's finest, my sister R to the left. Thanks for joining us, R. D-Style Boxing, mi hermano también en el edificio, ya tú sabes. And also, last but not least, we have Upload el primero en el edificio. Ya tú sabes. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining little old me. You know I'm here to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the goddamn truth. If I can find it. So help me. God. We played it earlier, but you know, Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red?
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Where we find knowledge, we also find the truth, because knowledge is what?
Knowledge is key.
Yeah, say it for Guanin, I'll say it for blood clot, Guan.
So if it one, not bad to see nothing because nothing not got one. Lock off your eyes, cock me, make you cock.
Like we wanna like damn.
Them not like me, some me not like them. Man, I figure set this straight and clarify. Put fire upon a pagan, aim for the cranium. Turn off the news, there's a bag of lies. Roast raised man, wanna inform up, bun Babylon and every one of them dirty guys. And if they wanna go around the order, I guarantee somebody's dropping flight.
That's right, you know we're to deal with stats, facts, and data.
I have opinions just like anyone else. You got opinions. But unlike what you're doing is I bring facts, data, statistics, things you can go look up yourself.
La verdad, entonces, mis hermanos, mis hermanas, también estoy lista para ti, para todos. Recuerda, mi gente del mundo, mi gente de boxeo, always ready, okay? Always. You can't beat me, you can't beat me, you can't beat me, you cannot beat me.
Listos pe los chingazos! Listos pe los chingazos!
That is right, Lista. Anyway, I am that bitch, always been that bitch, always will be that bitch. I got the job and, you know, you're stuck with me. The female Svengali. Let's go, bars.
You're done, it's hype, you suck at life, you don't want a round three. Worship the queen and your mic to pass. Keep it real, these chicks couldn't wipe my anyway, stylist, go get Bulgari. I am the ultimate Bengali. These chickens can't even spell that. You hoes bugging, repel that.
Your hose bugging, repel that. Yep. Oh, God, it's warm and muggy. I knew being in the office was just the wrong thing to do. But no, it's worth waking up a sweat with y'all, for y'all. You know, no Diddy, no Cassie. Take it there from there. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. I brought that from me to you, from you to me. You dares, Rodders. You dares. Anyway, I'm gone. Hey girl, it's Leah Deshan, rep none less. Come box with shiggity Shan. Oh yeah, I forgot. It is the weekly wrap-up show. Canelo, I know he's not happy with me. I know he's not happy.
Please get the fuck out of here, man. It's my night.
But, you know, I thought it was a great show. Thank you for making it a great show.
Well done. Outstanding. Impressive. Excellent.
See you soon, guys. Kian! Lady Shan has left the booties in.
Round one, fight!